Shit wipes. We're live. Okay, good evening and welcome to episode 8 of Journeys to the Radiant Citadel right here on Petty Dragon. Journeys to the Radiant Citadel is published by Wizards of the Coast, and I've completely disassembled and reassembled it to suit my own twisted plans. So this is a lot of homebrew based in and around the Radiant Citadel and off-world and on-world and all that kind of thing. My name is Dave Gibson and I am the Dungeon Master. First up, let's get through a few announcements before we start tonight's adventure. So, fancy a tome with over 200 pages of one-shots and mini-adventures, giving many new NPCs, magic items, maps, monsters, and more. Then look out for Pedro's Tome of Adventure, now live on Kickstarter and fully funded in 2 hours. We've also included pledges with VTT options too, so you can run all of the adventures included in Pedro's Tome of Adventure on Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, Fantasy Foundry, or Shard. And we've already smashed through 4 stretch goals with 3 remaining, and every backer will receive a bonus PDF adventure, Bracken's Whirlpool. So don't miss out. Our merch store is back up and running, so click the link in chat or the panel in our bio to get your hands on some epic Penny Dragon merch. Discounts are available for subscribers based on your subscription tier. Now, we'll take a quick look ahead. Quick, he says, to the other streams on Penny Dragon Games. So, the one-shots, we have a lot of one-shots. VODs for all the recent one-shots are on this very Twitch channel, whether that's me leading players from the Irish and LA TTRPG scenes down a elevator, or Keith guiding players through one of Penny Dragon's own $1 one-shots. There's sure to be something that takes your fancy. And if you want to see some of the older games, such as a visit to Jurassic Park, these can be found on the Penny Dragon Games YouTube channel. The latest of these was Brett and a party dealing with Frozen Puzzles and Kings of Ice, and possibly taking the crown for the most deadly DM currently on stream for Penny Dragon. And we have more to follow, including myself, DM Dave, will be running a Minor Threat Part 2 on Thursday, 22nd of June, featuring the return of none other than Nerd Poker's Blaine Capatch. Moving on to Revenants, come join us for Part 3 of Ryan's saga, The Reverence. The party, having faced off against an Elder Brain and some Illithid, have escaped, but having lost some friends. They returned to town to face the man that sent them on this dreadful quest, Lord Gonzale. But before they could, Tanseth had to face himself. This series draws to a close tomorrow evening. We're very excited to see how things wrap up with that. Staying with, that's our own very own DM Ryan. He's right, where is he? He's above me. He's up 2 and right, up 2 and right. There he is. There's no one above me right now.
They're all going to get it tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a massacre.
Yep.
On Friday, speaking of Ryan, on Friday, July 14th, join DM Ryan and a new cast of heroes as we return to regular programming every other Friday opposite the Sopherone saga, with the consequential Quintrivium. In a world where your destiny used to have its place, something has changed. Gods walk the lands, monsters of all types roam freely. Do our adventurers dare to take their fates into their own hands? Or will they rely on a world only an image of what it should have been? Find out soon as we join our group on the path to becoming the heroes or villains of their own story. Sadly, due to real life, the Fall of Plaguestone is going on hiatus for a short time. In place of this Pathfinder 2-week campaign, our very own Carrick will be running a slightly truncated Curse of Strahd mini-campaign beginning on Tuesday 11th of July, so be sure to tune in to that one. Heirs to the Hand is also taking a summer hiatus while DM Craig hits the road with his band My Son the Hurricane, hitting Canada and America. We know it'll be a great tour and we look forward to seeing all about their road trip on the socials. The Sopherone saga continues on June 23rd with myself as the DM, and the party have arrived at the winter city of Artex, but the journey was a difficult one, especially for the child Evelyn Saber, who lost her father to an elven arrow on the road. Arriving at the gates, the party learned of a vigilante at work in the city bedecked with the same coat and mask as the wizard Ren has been seen wearing. Ren swears he has never visited the city, but can he be trusted? I don't think so. Violet Madness. In the latest episode of the Violet Madness, the party have arrived in Pethlin, only to find themselves embroiled in escalating tensions between Shadar and Mina. Recognizing the urgent need for resolution, Damon takes charge and insists that everyone settles their differences with a crucial conversation to mend the fractured party dynamic. Naked in a bathhouse, I might add. This is a classic Damon. Emotions run high as the heated discussion unfolds, but ultimately the power of communication triumphs, mending the once fractured bonds within the group. However, as night descends, Damon's world is turned upside down when an unwelcome visitor invades his room, presenting a deadly ultimatum that threatens to shatter the newfound harmony. Tune in to the next episode on June 25th. I'm looking forward to that. The Cloaks return on the 18th of June, Cloaks of Minehelm. Lost in the lair of demonic rodents and in search of scheming cultists, the party have encountered some unlikely potential allies in the form of a dysfunctional automaton and an imprisoned revenant. So that's all for our look ahead to the one-shots and things and our regular streams. I'd like to give a big thanks as always to our man in the tech bunker, Christian, who's on holidays now. So let's thank Joe in the tech bunker, who's looking after all things Twitch streaming, and of course keeping the goblins out of chat. We can't do this without you, mate. I'd like to thank, as always, Kate from It's a Map for creating some of the maps you'll see in this stream. You can find Kate on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook on @itsamap, IRE. Please give her a follow, and if you're looking for a battle map, I believe her commissions are open. Lovely. All of the music you hear, that lovely Wizard's Tower, dainty music up there, is from Tabletop Audio. You can go up to their website to find out more about what they do, and if you're running your own Roll20 adventures, you should find them right there in the jukebox. You can also influence the game directly from chat. Ever wanted to help out a player by offering them healing? What about giving a player, or even the DM, the benefit of a one-use bless spell? Well, now you can do exactly that. Scroll down and check out the About page for all of the details, and please, please, please remember to state in chat who you would like to receive your boon. With all that out of the way, let's meet our heroes. Unfortunately, we'll be missing Craig and Keith tonight, as Craig is tromboning it up on tour with his band My Son the Hurricane. And Keith is waist deep in the summer festival season. So let's start. We're looking forward to having you both back with us very soon. Let's start with Paddy tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Paddy, and I'm playing Phelim Halfling Fighter, who is hacking and slashing his way through untold numbers of undead. But he has a burning question in the back of his head ever since he fell in with the group, especially in particular Torvig, Phoenix, and Moo. And that is it socially acceptable for him to have a steak and mushroom sandwich?
I think we can open that up to chat as well.
I honestly thought that was going to be a question about whether we can wear pants, but there we go.
given the chat we had before we came on.
It was 50-50 which way that was going to go, that question.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyrion Shadowbane in chat says, ain't no party like an Artex party. You're damn right, and you're going to find that out. Okay, thanks for that. Who else have we got? Let's go with Kira next.
Hi guys, I'm Kira. I'm playing Hethar Helder tonight. She is an Aluskan human fighter. She's still not entirely sure why she's here, but violence is usually her answer to everything, so she's happy to be here.
Excellent. Just happy to take part. Let's go with Ryan next.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as you know by now, and tonight I am playing Phoenix, who is a fairy wizard, and he is accompanied. I seem to have a lot of accompaniments, I've realised now. Yeah. I have another friend called Moo, who is a mushroom. His full name is actually Moo Shroom. And he's my familiar, but he seems to be into hanging out with Nira. And talking about Nira, I'm actually going to be playing as Nira in place of Keith tonight, so I hope I do that well for him.
Okay, and last but not least, Tom.
Evening, I am Reprobate Gamer on most socials, and tonight I'm mostly playing Torvig, who is our Black Third Minotaur Ranger. Also wondering what he's doing here, and also hoping that the violence from Kefra is not going to be directed at him. And I will be covering in the absence Andira, who is a Shadar Kai warlock, follower of the Raven Queen, and a particular friend to the undead, of course.
Yes, indeed. Okay, with all that out of the way, let's do a quick recap and see what happened and why we're here. So with their world in turmoil in the last standing city of Derthast, under siege by the armies of the son of the Graven King, our heroes fled for their lives down the mountain pass with nothing but escape on their minds. A fork in the road with a new opening in the mountains, thanks to a stray missile, presented a new opportunity for the fleeing heroes. Into the mountain they ran, until eventually happening upon a giant glistening gem the size of a small townhouse. After some hasty arcana checks, a rudimentary understanding of the mechanics of this thing were gained and the switches were thrown, with not a second to spare as the son of the Graven King stormed into the chamber as this strange craft whisked them aloft and deposited them in the deep ethereal. Docking in a strange floating civilization carved from a gargantuan diamond of sorts, the party found themselves in the Radiant Citadel, a refuge in the deep ethereal for the displaced and lost. Exploring this strange new place, our heroes encountered a beholder named Derek, who was rather fond of the drink, and a wizard named Nob, who provided the party with a place to stay and rest on an ongoing basis. After solving a minor mystery in the Dinsing night market, the party were informed that Nob and his allies had found some sort of scrying focus that had been attached to the craft that they made their way to the Citadel in, making it a certainty that their enemy now knows of this place, and possibly its location in the deep ethereal. Nob has asked the party to travel back to the world of Hethar and gather information on who or what the son of the Graven King is. After a tense battle on the beach of the island, the party discovered a levitating plank and a secret entrance to the caves beneath the cliffs, infested with undead that held, secreted away in a box, a talking skull, which was most likely a source of lore and inspiration and knowledge, which Andira promptly destroyed. After much frothing about with tricks and traps, the party emerged on the surface of the island of Garthas and immediately bumped into a wandering tabaxi bard called Derthast the Melodious, who made a deal with them to take them to a small settlement of survivors in the southeast of the island. So, is this deal getting worse all the time? What kind of person decides to stay in an island infested with undead? And will the levitating plank turn out to be the real BBEG? Only one way to find out. Let's play some D&D. Okay, I'm gonna kill this lovely wizard's tower music, and I'm gonna get back with some.
We don't need the battle music. We can't start fighting if there's no battle music. It's fine.
Boom. So making your way from the cliffs, up to and through. Kind of a circuitous route that Darius Talazar said, you need to go north, northwest, north, and east to go southeast, which, you kind of believed. You bumped in as light started to fade. You found this strange kind of fork in the road or intersection here, and very quickly, the scent of rotting flesh was carried in the warm jungle air. And the shuffling and moans of undead creatures as they lumbered towards you spurs you into action, ready for battle. And this is where we join the party, right in the middle of the battle against these creatures. We are up the top of the round. Phoenix, what would you like to do? You are 5, 10, 15, 20 feet away from a carnivorous plant, who I am now going to add to the initiative order.
How bad is this one over here looking now?
Aspvine, let me just do one. I'm gonna reorder the turn order. There we go. It's in very, very bad shape.
Yeah, that's the more immediate one. So I'm gonna go for this guy.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stick with what I know best.
Firebolt?
Yeah. If in doubt, flame him out.
Absolutely.
17
to hit. I'm gonna pull this thing's character sheet up, but I'm pretty sure it's a hit. White, AC 14, studded leather armor. Yeah.
So 9 points of fire damage.
9 points of fire damage. How do you finish this thing off?
Oh, okay.
What a start.
So as he's reading around to try and attack Andira that's standing there with him, because I think he pretty much fucked up Andira quite badly.
Yeah.
As he turns around and he goes to scream at her, I'm going to fire the firebolt straight into his mouth.
Oh.
So from the back of his eyes and in his mouth and everything, it just starts to glow as it's burning through his head.
Nice, yeah, and almost like that scene from Big Trouble in Little China where David Lepan's head just glows. You see this thing just begin to just burn and just explode with fiery energy as it just escapes from every orifice and socket in its head, and it just goes up in flames and falls to the ground, dead again. Anything else you'd like to do, Phoenix?
No, and I just wanted to say, I think I was 30 foot up in the air as well, just so that you know it for battle reasons.
Good to know for the Aspvine, yeah, good to know.
Yeah.
Tyrion Shadowman says, poor guy was burnt out. Torvik, you're up. Sticking with the longbow here.
I'll be sticking the longbow, I think. Okay. I'm going to take a shot over Phelim's head and go for this more northernmost zombie.
Okay, roll to hit.
Which would be on my character sheet scroll so I can get to. Come on.
And now, as you as this battle continues, you can see the faint bit of light that you had from the setting sun is fading rapidly now, as darkness begins to take this.
That's
muggy forest or muggy jungle even.
Sorry, my roll 20
You're
is
okay.
absolutely just frozen.
Again, the scent of rotting flesh and this
does not smell too appealing. All this coming from must be said.
15 plus 2, 17. Against which one?
The northernmost zombie, one
That's
next to Phelim.
Yeah, that is a hit. For
that'll be 14 damage.
Okay.
3 is psychic.
Just look up this fella's undead fortitude. DC of 5 plus the damage taken, so that's a 19 con save. Let's go. Let's see. Come on, buddy. No, he's gone. He's out. As this arrow, yeah, you can tell me how he.
So the arrow just sinks straight into the chest, but you see the kind of tendrils of almost fey energy burrow into the head. So the eyes explode outwards, and there's just this liquid dribbling down from its head.
Excellent. Love it. Love it. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm quite happy here. Thank you.
Okay, Derthast and the Melodious is standing there next to Phoenix. Well, like below Phoenix. I think he's just going to. Oh, he's hidden because of the little ninja thing. Yes, because he went invisible. So he's gonna go. I'm gonna move his character to the GM layer. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think he's gonna use his action to dash. He's gonna get to there. Okay, cool. That's it for Darius Talazar the Melodious, who is now invisible. It is the White's turn, who has been destroyed. Now we're up to Nera. What have we got?
Okay, so Nera is okay. We're next to this zombie. Yeah, Nera's gonna go for a swipe on this one. Now, if I remember rightly, Nera already has like zombie flesh and stuff under their nails from last time.
Yeah, you sure do.
Nera's kind of like, but swipes anyway.
Okay, the glitter claws come out.
Oh,
that's a nat 20. Nice. Okay.
Why can I get them for other people, but not for me?
15 points of slashing damage. That's against this one here, is it? No, sorry, that's fair.
The southern one.
Yeah. Wow. So that's 13 points of damage. It was at 1. Okay, so that is 5 plus 13 is a DC 18 Constitution saving throw for the zombie to stay up with its undead fort. Look at that! Yes,
but what's my nat 20?
Yeah, I've added 13.
I know, but I get the D100, don't I?
You do. Damage. Apologies. Yeah. Go for it. Let me just pull that up. Click in here.
Please do more damage. I want to murder this thing.
Yes.
You're just cleaning the zombie flesh off your claws this time, so they can carry on glittery.
On my notes. Here we are.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what you have bonus
actions.
Okay,
so roll your D100. That's an 18.
So Keith, when you watch this back, just know that I got a nat 20 for you on my first roll for you.
15 to 19. As you are fighting, you notice an effective route to escape danger. You are able to use a disengage action after your attack.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, it's dead. So.
Well, he survived, didn't he? Come back.
Yeah. Sorry, he did. Yeah. So he is still going. He's currently at 1 hit point. Yeah, as your claws just rake across, just tearing the thing's throat out. Black ichor and ooze just begin to run down its chest. It looks down and begins to try and just whatever instinctive memories are still left in this thing. It tries to scoop up the ichor and put it back into its throat, and just gurgling this horrific sound. It begins to go to one knee, but then it just some dark magic spurs it on, and it stands up.
And Nero then runs back. Nero then runs away.
Nero nopes the fuck out of there. Okay, good to know. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it.
Okay, moving on. Phelim.
Lovely. Phelim just walks up behind him and says, "Sit back down there now, like a good boy." And he kind of goes like with a bit of a half haymaker, leading with the point of the short sword into his kind of kidney area.
Okay, nice. That's a 24 to hit for 7 piercing damage against this one here. Okay, so that is DC 12 con save to stay up. Here we go. Come on, sure you have +3 on this. Oh, 7, yeah. And whatever way you slam that short sword in, just straight through the neck, twisted, and it just cracks the spine, and you can see vertebrae just begin to pop out, and they all hit the ground with a kind of a dull thud against this moist, warm jungle floor, and it is dead. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'll just wipe the flat of my blade on my bare legs, and I will
okay.
use my movement to, let me see, 5, 10, 15. I've noticed that plant, have I?
You sure have, yeah. It's kind of quivering and twitching in anticipation of blood and flesh.
And I'll move to there, trying to keep it well away from that.
Okay. Nice. Okay, moving on. Hethar, what have you got? What would you like to do?
So she's noticed the big plant thingy as well.
Yeah.
behind her. I guess she's just gonna walk towards it. She's gonna be very cautious though, because she understands plants and stuff like that. So she'll
Okay.
just go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll just go over here. See what it does.
Okay, let me just let's find out.
Get in
Let me
range.
open up this little asp vine. What's it reach? It no, it doesn't seem to do anything yet.
No,
You
she's
want to
just
pull out your bow and shoot it, or
Oh,
what would you like to do? Or would you like to?
she's just gonna stand ready with the battle axe until
Okay,
it
so you
starts
want to
coming towards
hold an action then in
I'm
case.
holding.
Okay, and what's going to trigger that action if it attacks you or if it attacks anyone?
it. I guess a sudden movement towards me.
Towards you. Okay, good to know. Moving on to this zombie here. It is dead again. We're on to the asp vine. Let's see if it can move. It's a speed of 10 feet. It begins to quiver and rattle, and its vines kind of creep out along the floor, the jungle floor, and it goes 5, 10. It gets as far as there. That's its movement. Hard to tell if it's come near you, but that's as far as it can go. You're wielding your battle axe. There's not much you can do. Moving on to this zombie. This is dead. Move it out of there. We are. Sorry, 1 second now. Yeah, we're back to Andy. So we're on to Andy.
All right. So Andy will look with some satisfaction towards the undead, the newly dead undead around her, but then her gaze will flick back up to the sky, and it'll go. You'll see she looks face darkens again, and there'll be something like, we should press on. We shouldn't hang around here. There's more of these undead to deal with. 5, 10. Remember the reach of this vine. Same from the case. 15, 20, 25, 30. And from there, she's just going to Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, nice. Okay, what are you going to Eldritch Blast? The plant?
Plant.
Okay, cool.
So, so it's more that she's looking elsewhere. It's almost like a casual, just puts a hand off to the side.
Nice. Okay, cool.
17.
There's my asp vine. Its AC is 13. That is a hit.
It says 8 points of force damage. It's this
8
kind of the
points of
grey
force
black
damage.
force.
Yeah, and as if this
Blast
thing
off,
was
off.
kind of, when they're not moving, they're indistinguishable from normal plant life and that kind of thing. But with all the combat and the bloodshed and the death and destruction that's been happening here, it has become aroused and excited. And you can see it, yeah, you did spot it kind of quivering and twitching and moving. And now that it knows it's on, it is definitely, its vines just shoot out. You can see these kind of thorny protrusions from them, just dripping this black ichor, and it is it's hurt by that. Anything else you'd like to do, Andy? Give me a quick perception check as you throw your gaze aloft.
Perception. Ding. That would be. I should change the chat. That would be a 12.
12. Okay, don't
I'm
spot
presuming her
anything.
gauge is a bit too much.
Yeah.
Watching the roads ahead because you can see
Yeah.
all sorts
Okay,
of new friends
cool.
to find.
You sure can. Let me just add some things to the initiative order.
No, you don't have to. It's all right. We're perfectly fine just
going
walking on this
to-
road.
How do you group things into initiative?
I use an API to do it,
Oh, okay, well then I'm not gonna do it. I'm just going to roll.
but you could do the group. Have just select one person from a group and just roll them as one initiative block.
No, I'm gonna have to do that individually, which is kind of annoying. 1.
I'll send you the API name
Yeah,
afterwards.
okay, 2. Shit. 3.
In the words
Maybe
of
they
Limp
all just fall
Bizkit,
down and fall asleep. It's fine. They're not able to take part anymore because
Yeah,
they can't
maybe.
join in. It's...
These are easily killed anyway, so but they're just to represent.
Yeah,
the fact
that
this-
first one on that list doesn't look like particularly.
Yeah, I know, right? And a
I
couple
see
more-
that
couple
Cobalt
more
Press
zombies.
coloured token. Don't think I
Yeah,
don't.
Thank you, Cobalt Press. I love you for your Tome of Beasts. They are the business. And again, as the sun sets behind the jungle canopy, you guys can smell again this sweet, sickly smell of rot and decay as more of these creatures just begin to emerge from the The undergrowth. 321s for the skeletons. That's kind of mad. So this one here is going to go... Let's see what their movement is. 30 feet. Okay, so it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Again, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Moving on. This one here is going to do the same thing. Let me just measure out 60 feet. Where's my ruler?
6. My God.
I'll get to there. 2 in front of it.
As they're walking down to us, it just sounds like a xylophone band.
Absolutely does, yeah. Move this one here.
Them bones, them bones, them funny bones.
Gonna get to there.
All I keep thinking now is the skeletons from like the Corpse Bride.
Yeah.
There.
Where's the musical
Next
number?
one is at 20. It's gonna get to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll get to there. Now we're talking, my flayed wraith.
Do you know what their favourite quote from a film is?
Sorry, what's that?
There's no place like bone.
Hey. God, it's got a fly speed of 60 feet. So, as it takes to the air, I'll show you what you see.
No.
It's going to get to there. That says gets to there. Okay, cool. Shift Z this bad boy.
Ugh.
You can see this thing now just shrieking through the air. And just there's a tenuous amount of kind of physicality left to it, but it's mostly this kind of wisping, these kind of wisping shadows and black flames. It's its blue eyes just flash with murderous intent, and you can hear this plaintive howl as it senses flesh.
No, it doesn't.
Flesh of the living.
No,
And
it
it
doesn't.
is going to do, let me just see. Let's do a measure tool out here. 30 feet. No, so it's going to have to use the rest of its action to
Only trees here.
get
Nothing
to
else.
there. And it's going to remain 50 feet in the air. That's all it can do. Phoenix, you're up.
Yeah, I don't like the fact something else is in the air.
Didn't think you would.
It's too early to bring out the big guns. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're going for Old Faithful Firebolt towards that flying bitch. 23.
Oh, that will hit.
So 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage as it shrieks through the air and hits this thing, and it just erupts in this pillar of flame as you can hear this female wraith just begin to screech. Ah! This horrible tortured wail, and you can see now how far away. If you give me a quick perception check.
Okay.
Bruce Dickinson, how you? Oh.
Yeah. Well, that man
13.
13 is enough. You can see as this firebolt hits it, you almost see a replay, this kind of spectral play-by-playback of this woman in her living years tied down and being burnt alive. You can see this creature was obviously tortured to death, and now it exists only in this state of hatred and madness.
Okay. Fly over it.
Okay, cool. Torvig, you're up.
So I can see all this lot coming in. So
You can, yeah.
one hand stays on the bow, the other hand carves symbols into the air and flicks out. And on the ground in a square roughly there, and I appreciate this won't get to the wraith, but vines and thorns grow out the ground, so reaching out an attempt to try to entangle
So you're gonna cast
these
the
zombies.
Entangle spell.
I do cast the entangle spell.
Pop it in there.
So it's a DC 14
Yeah.
strength save on those.
Okay, let me copy that. Delete it. And if I paste it in, the animation should be there. You should be able to grab that and put it wherever you want. Can you see it there?
That's awesome.
I can now. Oh, no, I'm in draw mode. Apologies. Let's
Alright.
change that. Let me get rid of the other one, then I'll move that across. So we're not having too many things at once. Grab it. I've lost the music and I can't grab that
There's the
pink.
entangle. I'll get rid of that for you. So where's the entangle? There?
It wants to start from the corner where the wraith is. So 20 by 20.
So there? Okay. So it needs to be bigger.
Yeah, just another... If you go down and right from there. Lovely.
There?
Yep, that's grand. Thank you.
Okay, lovely. Cool. Yeah, cool. As these, as the ground itself erupts in these thorny and lifelike vines and tendrils, these things just begin to just flounder and get stuck. So I need to, on their turn, is it?
They need to make the roll now.
Okay, and they need a dex save, strength check,
Strength saving throw, DC 14.
Strength saving throw, DC 14 coming at you. So we'll go from top to bottom here. Skeleton is going to make a strength saving throw. +0 on this. 17, second one. 5, failed. Third one at the bottom. 8, failed. So,
So the two that failed are now restrained until the spell
Okay.
ends. They can make a strength. They can use an action to make a strength check against my spell save DC, and the whole ground, the whole area counts as difficult terrain.
Okay, I'll stick a little net on them. That'll let us know that they have that. Here's a little net. Cool, yeah, nice. All right, so anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah. So then I will then use my bonus action to do favored foe onto the flying wraith.
Oh, nice. Okay, what does that look
So
like?
to get, so this point is as I draw the arrow, as I draw an arrow and load it back. There's just I point the finger on the bow forward, and then this little kind of spectral plant wreath forms around that creature's head, just to mark
Nice.
it as a aim here.
Okay, let's give it a give it a little doohickey here. Give it a little skull there. If you can see that if you zoom in. Okay, anything else? That was a nice round.
I will also take a little bit of a step forward and remind
Okay.
Kefra that the plant is now in reach. Kefra and Nero that the plant is in reach to where they currently stand. That's my turn.
All right, moving on. This zombie here, where is it gone? Pretty sure this is one of the dead zombies. Let me just check. Or is it? No, it's this one here is going to go. They have a short movement, don't they? They lumber along at 20 feet, so it will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. It dashes as dashing as a zombie can be. Just it's one broken leg dragging along behind it, just twisted completely at the knee and the right knee, and you're gonna see it just pointing towards Andy and Phelim, just under, as you can see it through the canopy of these trees here. Its eyes flashing red as it hungers for your flesh. Derthast are the melodious. Says he will. Okay, let's just see what he's gonna do here. Do 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 do. He's gonna stay invisible for the while. That's all he's gonna do. Moving on to Phelim.
Yeah, Film is he sees the others being restrained, so he's gonna take out his longbow for the moment and go for the wraith.
Nice. Phelim have a longbow or short bow?
It's a longbow.
Nice. Okay, cool.
So here we go.
Okay, 9 against the wraith is not a hit. If you have a bless,
I do not.
Bless? You do not.
Nope.
Somebody give this man a bless. Yes, you draw. You knock the arrow, draw back the string, and release. But the tangling and gyrating of these vines and leaves and things is just it's too transfixing. It catches your attention, but the arrow sails wide into the overgrowth.
Yeah, and so the last sound we heard was coming from this direction as well, Dave. There was something screaming at us from this direction.
Yeah, you can probably you should be able to see because where are you there? Yeah, oh no, you might have to move up 1 or 2 to be able to see.
Yeah, well, I would have heard it, so I'm not.
You would have heard it, yeah.
What I am going to do is move back to here.
You're running. Okay, cool.
I just running is such a harsh word.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're beating a tactical retreat.
That's
No
it.
problem. Anything else you'd like to do?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
You know,
Nera,
Andy's not going to be beating a tactical retreat. There's undead in front.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Nera.
Oh, sorry, Nero. Okay.
That's all right.
Okay, so yeah, we need to get rid of this plant. Nero's going to run up and do, like the cat scratching at the side of the couch kind of thing, that,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Trying to clean off the claws from all the flesh. 23
Yeah.
for 11 damage.
23 for 11 damage against the... Oh, against this. Yeah, okay, nice. Ouch.
Now,
Wow. Let me pull that up, see if we have any nice reactions there. That's fine. I do not. Okay, yeah, so you just take this swipe with the cat's claws, leaving behind this rancid, wobbling, disgusting zombie flesh in the thick wounds that you leave in this this asp vine, this vegetation like creature, vegetative like creature even. Anything else? Have you got a second attack?
no, they don't. I was just
Okay.
checking about Step of the Wind. I don't.
They
feel
would
like
have a
they'd
bonus
use-
action. They would have a bonus action unarmed
Flurry
attack.
of blows, yeah.
Not even a flurry of blows. They'll just have an unarmed
yeah,
single
actually,
attack.
Oh, if there's an
Pretty
unarmed
much.
attack, then yeah, we'll go for the second
Yeah.
attack then. Sorry, I don't know monks very well at all.
That's what-
same
yeah.
here. 26 for another 9 bludgeoning. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And as Nero just rakes across with the cat's claws and just grabs it in and just a solid haymaker punch, and you just bury your furry cat's paw deep in this thing, this wound you've created, and just pull it out. With it just come this tangle of vines and leaves, and you're just going weird noise coming from within. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it. I don't think they can move, so that's
Okay,
it.
this skeleton here.
I'm just going to point out where you're moving that. Deadpan Design says he has the points to give us blessings, but he likes to make us
I
suffer.
saw that, yeah.
Thanks for that.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll bring it to there maybe. Moving on, Catherine, what would you like to do?
Question: while the zombies are entangled, can she attack them?
You can attack with your bow, no problem at all. And I do believe you won't have. Will you have
You will.
advantage?
They're restrained,
with,
so
with
you
a
will get
melee weapon?
advantage.
Okay, you will get advantage. Excellent.
Okay, because she's just gonna walk right up to.
Now be
That
careful.
one.
Yeah, be careful not to
No.
step into the area
That's-
yourself.
I think if I go,
10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you can go to there.
if I can go, yeah, that's
Yeah, you
exactly.
can get right
There we
there. This thing
Gonna go
just
right here.
struggling away. It's just with
Rolling right
these
up to.
entangling vines wrapped around its wrist and its shoulders and its waist, and it's just struggling to get free. Kethra with murderous intent, just 1 foot, holding the battle axe, just steadies it like the Terminator. Just walks up.
Take its fucking head off. Oh,
You look, you have advantage. That's a 25 to hit for 6 slashing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you swing with this double-headed battle axe, and it just bites deep into these entangling vines. And so, if they weren't there, you're sure you may have cleaved this thing's head straight off. But unfortunately, it's wrapped so thickly in these entangling vines, you only do a small amount of damage to it, but it's damage nonetheless. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, she's gonna wait and see what he does.
Okay, moving on. This next skeleton here is going to... Where is my skeleton? There he is there. So we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Use action to dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Going to get to there. That's all I can do. The Asp Vine. Here we go. My friend is going to go for Nira. And it is pissed. His cat's claws. It's going to make 4 vine attacks.
oh, what?
1, 2, 3, 4. Here you go. Coming at you. Bop, 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 bop. First attack is a 20
Hits.
for 6 poison damage. Plus 2 piercing, I think. 6 poison. If the target will succeed in a DC 14 con save or be poisoned for a minute, If the target is a creature, it's grappled. Until its grapple ends, the target is restrained and must succeed in a new saving throw. Each rounder remains grappled or take another... this is kind of weird. I need to fix this. The Aspine can grapple up to 4 targets at a time. So, anyway, I need a DC 14 con save, please.
10. Yeah.
10. So you're going to take 8 poison damage.
Is that including that too, is it?
Yeah, I can only assume it's extra poison damage.
Okay, so yeah, +2 +8.
Because there's definitely something wrong with this. With the way that this was built. Oh no, 1d4 +2 poison damage, plus 2d4 damage. So I can only assume it's piercing from the thorns. So we got 6 poison and 2 piercing. Okay.
Yeah.
The second attack is made at advantage because you're restrained.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Another 12 points of damage. You're
Mirror
already
is out.
okay. So this is not looking good for you. That is the two failed death saving throws, and then the fourth attack is near's dead.
What?
Yep. So that's the end of that. Moving on.
Shit.
Yep. Zombie here. Just gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. Skeleton here. Everyone's gone real quiet. That's what happens with D&D. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll get to there. Andy, you're up.
I'm not entirely certain that Andy would have noticed that as yet. I think they'll be too busy watching the undead coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, but they will see all this nice cluster of undead. I just need to check the measurements. Boop, boop, boop. Ooh, that looks quite nice. So, right on that spot there, she points the packed weapon towards that spot, slashes it down. This sort of invisible beam curves into it, as where she'll use her last spell slot to cast Shatter in the midst of those 6 skeletons.
Okay, nice. Throw it into the thing there, into the old roll 20 chat.
Pratik. I'll submit at level 2. So yes, there is this thunderous explosion at that point. Which I will add the description if people can see it. There's loud noise for it. Every creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a con saving throw. Takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Creatures made of inorganic material have disadvantage on the saving throw, and non-magical objects not to be worn or carried also take the damage in that area.
Okay.
And those 6 need to make a con save DC 14.
Okay, so this one here. So 1, 2, 3. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these ones here. Is it? Can you see me drawing that? You can't. Let me just draw something out there. Sorry, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do freehand. So it's like there, 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 and there. Is it?
Yep.
Okay, lovely. Okay, so here we go. Con saves coming at you. So going from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 17, 10, 17, 21, 13, 3.
So the second, 5th, and 6th will fail, and
10,
will take the full damage, which was a roll of 20.
Okay, so this one is dead. Okay, so 17, 10. 17 makes it. Did it take half damage?
They take half damage on success. So
what's half damage?
10 points, half damage,
cool.
or 20
So
points full of thunder damage.
17, 10, 17, 21, 13. 13 is a fail?
13 is a fail, yes.
Yeah, that one is dead. And then this one here is exploded as well. All over Hethar, this thing just goes boom. He just massive thunderous boom as these things, bones and shin bones and skulls and collarbones just fly across the jungle. Kethra, you just get a shoulder blade square in the chin, almost like you've been punched. And these things just go flying around the jungle. That was a nice. Everything else takes 10. Let me just so there. Yeah, these. I mean, they're in pretty bad shape now as well. You can see one of them it's just currently hopping on one leg because its right leg has been blown away. Minus 10.
I'm going to point out as well while you're doing that. They had Hector's curse on that white when it was killed. So they've regained 8 hit points.
Nice.
So
okay,
as it was burnt to death, you saw that radiant energy kind of fly out and back in, and her wounds healed up. And
okay, lovely stuff.
And then she will take 5 paces forward to stand behind Kefra. And we can take these.
Okay,
as they
moving
enter
on.
the ground, we'll just take them down.
Absolutely.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's as far as a zombie can go. Moving on to the next zombie here. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's in front of that other zombie there. Again, the groaning is getting louder as these things are getting closer and closer, and the stench of rotting flesh is almost unbearable now as it's warm, it's sweet, and it gets down your throat and you feel like vomiting. This thing here is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to have a go at Kethra as this thing walks up and pulls out this wickedly sharp but rusty short sword. It's going to make an attack against you. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
For 5 points of piercing damage as it scrapes by, and you're like, oh, I should get that wound clean sometime. That's all it's got. Moving on, this skeleton here is going to go. It needs a strength saving throw, isn't that right? And that's its action.
Yes, if it's restrained, it will need an action to pull out.
7. It is stuck, and it's restrained. It can't move.
Cannot move. Speed of 0.
Excellent. Moving on. This one here is gone. Let's remove it from the turn order. This one here is gone. Let's remove it from the turn order thanks to that shatter spell. The flayed wraith now is moving up towards Andy, and it is fucking pissed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it's going to come down. It is going to
hell no.
use multi-attack. First, it's going to use its Howl of Agony. As we click it into the chat, the wraith screams in pain into the mind of one creature can see within 30 feet of it. The target must make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. On a failure, takes 3d6 psychic damage and is incapacitated. So it doubles over in pain. On a success, the target takes half the damage and isn't incapacitated. This is the start of its multi-attack.
Okay, so I was just checking to see if there's any resistances, but no. It's just going
resistant. There's something about psychic damage with them.
It's necrotic.
Okay, cool.
So
DC 14 wisdom saving throw.
That is a
9.
A 9.
You wouldn't have.
I have a bless, but bless won't do anything. So
okay. Anyone have a? You don't have an inspiration.
Ooh. I might have one on Torvig that I would throw across.
Yeah, I will allow that if you're playing the character.
I do have one on Torvig. I'll throw that across if I'm allowed.
Feel free. You can take the 15 if you wish.
I would like to take 15.
Yes, no problem at all. Yeah, so you hear this tortured wail of agony and sorrow as this thing, and you see again in your mind's eye what Phoenix saw, and just this horrific scene of torture over many months and just endless days and weeks and months as this thing just relays to you it's torturous and
Andy's just gonna Winston is looking back going, the Raven Queen taught me better than that. Nice. What more do you have?
Okay, well let's show you, because that's the first target. It's a multi-attack, makes 2 claw attacks.
What was the damage from the howl?
Oh sorry, it was 3d6 psychic damage. So let me go. I'll just roll where's my dice here. 3d6. It will be halved. 10 down to 5. So we're gonna go 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
So that is 9 slashing plus 3 necrotic.
So 9 plus minus and 1 necrotic for 10 total.
Yeah,
okay.
And then you've got 8 slashing plus 1 necrotic.
And another 9 total.
That's all it's got.
Okay. And
Phoenix.
Dira doesn't
Sorry, yeah.
look great.
Okay,
but is
no
still
worries.
standing.
Phoenix, what would you like to do?
Okay. Nira's gone down, and Dira's looking pretty knackered there as well. So yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Let me just start moving these off the battlefield so
No
we can
worries.
see what we're doing here. It's a little bit
Did
cluttered.
this wraith stay down when Andira, because it attacked Andira? Was it up in the air again?
No, it came down.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna go to here.
Yeah.
And you see as Phoenix opens up this portal, just does that with his hand, and it opens,
Yeah.
and he glides through and disappears.
Okay, no worries. Woof, woof, gone. Torvik.
Torvig will shout out that Nira is down, so everyone is now aware.
Okay.
That's 2 bad targets. Both are in range. How damaged does the vine thing look at the minute?
I would say it's below half hit points.
All right, cool. We will take a. I think we will aim towards that. You do not appear to be natural plant. Let's get rid of you first. Yeah, he's going to take a shot at the vine creature. Boop.
Okay.
For a 16 to hit.
16 is a hit for...
4.
A
Total 16 damage.
16 damage, nice.
Of which 4 is psychic.
Okay, yeah, the arrow
all
just
magic.
shoots through, and if you ever heard like a knife go through like sheets of cardboard, or just you break a big lump of styrofoam board, it's just that satisfying crunchy sound as it just shoots in, sticks in there, and it wails in agony. It's vines unrolling from Nira now as they reach out towards Torvik, but it is not close enough. Anything else? Torvik?
But it has now dropped nearest body, has it?
Yes, it has. Yeah.
Okay. Stamping and attempting to hold its attention, he is going to head back this way, very loudly, very stompy.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. So very loudly stomping back, very obviously attempting to grab its attention, hold it.
Okay, cool.
And that's all Torvig's got.
Okay, cool. Moving on. This zombie here is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. That's its movement. It will go 5, another 20 and get to there. Catherine, you can see this thing now underneath the branches of the tree. There, Salazar the Melodious. I'm going to move him off the GM layer. Oh, that's cool. You don't have to be on the same layer as him anymore. Could you? Hold on. Click on the... Oh, no, you do. GM. That's a pain in the hole. Layer. Token layer. Bob. As he cancels the invisibility and he pulls out a... Phoenix is gone. Pulls out a scroll and he looks to Phelan and he goes, looks like you could be in the business for a little bit of this. How much would you pay to have your friend back?
Torvig could just his aim ever so slightly to the back of his chest.
Salazar is in possession of a scroll of, how you say, revivify.
I'll smack my pouch of gold on my side, and I'll say, I'll give you whatever you want out of this.
No. If you have 15 gold or 12 copper in the bag, you'll see that Derthast Salazar is immediately out of out of pocket. Yes. Let me tell you something.
If I can, I'll just pull it off and I'll throw it to him and I'll say, have a look and see if half is enough, and that'll be about. He's in a bit of a panic, so he's gonna probably overpay. He's got 200 gold in the pouch.
Okay, cool. Dara Salazar just puts the scroll away, sits down, and begins to count the gold. Moving on. Phelim, what would you like to do?
glare at Salazar and pick up my weapons. I'm going to move up to here.
Yep.
I'm going for I'm using some of my superiority dice here. So a short sword attack with the intention of hopefully a successful trip attack as well. So 17 to hit and 17 damage, and then it'll be a DC 15 or be tripped prone.
Okay, so 17 to hit for that's 6 on the damage, is it? And 11, so 17 points of piercing damage against
this wraith.
the wraith. Okay, so it's flying, so it can't be tripped, but it will take the 17 on a 17 to hit.
Okay, I thought when you said it had come down, it had come down.
No, it's still it's come down to your level, but it doesn't have physical legs or feet to stand on. Hasn't got a leg to stand on, as the fella says. So it's just currently hovering there, just scratching and scraping and wailing this mournful howl. But it will take all 17 points of damage of that. Or will it? Let me just see if it has any nice resistances. Oh, look at that. We'll take half that. So 17, 16 down to 8. So I'll give it
We
another
need to get
8
you
back.
magical weapons.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just scraped through. You can see it kind of damages it, but not as much as you would like or hope. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go again. My second attack, short sword. Just want to try and get as much damage in on him, or her, 8, whatever it is. Oh,
10. And what's this thing's AC? The AC is only 12 now, so it's not, but it's still a miss.
okay. And I will. Okay. I think that is it for now.
Okay, moving on then. Phelim, we're up to Nira. You are stone dead, brown bed. Thorns in the head dead. So let's give you a little X. So you have an X. Cool. We'll keep you in the turn order. Skeleton is up here. This one is... Where's it gone? That one there. So it's down to 3 hit points, but it is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to go for Kethra with a swipe of its rusty short sword. That is a 17 to hit for 3 piercing damage.
Damn it, yes.
Again, it moves in, and you're kind of more concerned with the one you were previously fighting as it just rams a short sword through. You dodge almost in time, and you do get a scrape of this rusty short sword along your waist. You can feel hot blood running down the side of your leg underneath your armor. That's all it's got. Kethra, how would you like to respond to that?
Fucking so annoying now.
Yeah, Ketra's starting to take some real damage for once.
Yeah, she's not been doing well the last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
No, she's gonna look this one dead in the eyes and just go again. She would use
Okay.
one of the superior dice then and go menacing attack on him.
Oh, menacing attack. I like it. So what does a menacing attack do?
Menacing attack.
If you want to click the little speech bubble, it should throw it into the chat. If you hold over your mouse over maneuver menacing
In
attack,
the
you can
chat
see it.
now.
So,
There you go. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to frighten the target. So these are undead, so you're pretty sure they probably can't be frightened.
Oh, okay.
But you can try something else. Let's see what else you've got in there. What else can you do? You've got your great weapon master. That might help. You've got your disarming attack, fainting attack. You can. You can try a great weapon master. Their AC is low.
We'll go with great weapons master then.
Cool. So their AC is 13. So you're going to take a -5 to it, but if you hit, it'll be +10.
Okay, so what?
There's
sorry.
loads, there's loads you can do. So don't feel like I'm telling you what to do either.
No, that's
Cool.
that's good. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing here.
We're all learning, including me.
So what do I have to roll here? Sorry.
So if you just roll your normal attack and then
Okay.
subtract 5 from it. Actually, I think you have your great weapon master in there. No, you don't. It is ticked.
No. That might be for damage. Oh, that's might be for damage. I don't know.
Anyway. Okay, cool. So anyway, 20 is a hit. 10 plus 10 slashing. That's 20 points of slashing damage against this one here or the one above it.
The one that hit me.
So that'll be this one here. Okay, 20 points of damage. Kethra, I know it's probably futile to ask, but how does this thing meet its end?
Yoink.
She's kind of got the two-handed battle axe and she's going from downwards up.
Nice. Okay, grand. And again, see, just straight underneath the rib cage, taking out half the spinal cord, and the ribs just because of this humid and hot and moist jungle air, these ribs have just become softened to the point where they just split apart, flying in either direction, and then the center of your battle axe just hits the chin, and it sails off the end of the spinal cord, flying far into the night. And somewhere deep in the jungle, there's a snake about to devour a small rabbit. And this skull lands square on top of its head, knocking it out. The rabbit scurries off into the distance, living to fight another day. And we may now, that rabbit is canon, you may see it appear at some point in the future when things are dire to help you guys in your quest.
Is it like Cubone? It's got the skull on top of its head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do, Catherine?
No, she's gonna just wait there and just get the next one.
Okay, cool. Moving on. This skeleton here is at 3 hit points, but it is pissed. It's going to go 5. Oh, no, that's a... Get rid of that.
That was some ivory shower, wasn't it?
Yeah. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you know what? Would they be smart enough to avoid the thing? What's their intelligence?
No.
-2. I think they're going to go straight for it. So it's going to go 5. It's going to step straight in, and that's it. So it makes a strength saving throw as soon as it goes in, does it? Or on the
it just counts as difficult terrain now.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15 is as far as it can get. Moving on, we've got the Asp Vine is pissed, and it's going to go for Phoenix. Is not there. Ooh, Derthast is sitting counting his money.
No, oh god, no.
We might get a free scroll in a minute.
Might, you might.
Our money back.
Attacks against, or 4 attacks against Derthast the Melodious. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's when she's still there counting his money. Now, don't bother me. I'm just counting. What?
Yeah, the 1 and the, how you say,
the ninja.
2. Okay, first attack is 12. What is Derthast's AC? It is 18. So 12 is a miss, 15 is a miss, 9 is a miss, but hold on, I thought he got a 23 is a hit. So he's going to take 5 poison and 3 piercing. Has he got any nice little bits here?
He was sitting down counting, wasn't he? So is that an advantage?
Sure is, yeah, no problem. Yeah, we can do that.
Really trying to get rid of him.
I didn't say he went prone, but I'm happy to give
Oh
him
no.
No, let's do it. Because it will decrease your chances.
I love how Ryan's little bit of spite shows
Nera
through
back.
just to ruin the rest of it.
That's fine. It'll just decrease your chance of getting Nera back. So that's a 23 to hit for 4 poison and 4 piercings. So...
We'll get him, don't worry.
We will.
Okay, so that is and it's 8 points damage, and I need a DC 14 con save. Oh, sorry, that was a check. Here comes a con save. That is a 12. Yeah. Do I have a bless? I do not. So he is going to...
No Linda in chat.
He's a bard.
He's considered poisoned. I don't think he can...
There's only one sort that can self-inspire. You have to be a pretty high level to do so.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's like Valor Bard only, I think, at level 14 can do it or something.
I routinely uninspire myself when I'm singing along to music in the car on the way to work. So if that is the thing. That was with advantage 23. 15 is a miss. 23 is a hit for 5 poison and 3 piercing. That's another 8 points of damage. -8. Okay, he's beginning to look hurt. And then 23, that's a hit, sorry. 16 is a miss. That's 4. Okay. Cool. As this thing, just the one vine wraps around and begins to just constrict, and the second vine wraps around and begins to constrict. And you can see these the vines that missed, they all seem to be just exuding this thick green, brown, and yellow liquid, almost as if when one vine hits, just all the poison pumps out of all of the vines. And Dara Salazar begins to look a little bit woozy. And that is it for the asp vine. Dara Salazar is considered poisoned, so I'll give him a little. His invisibility is gone. I'll give him a little skull and crossbones. Oh, what have I done there? Okay, moving on. It is Andy.
So Andy looks a little bit hurt, but she'll poise herself down, then blinks out of existence, and then reappears 10 feet above the ground, spectral and grey, and comes down hard with the scythe.
Okay.
So I'll move to that square, but yeah, she's coming down in a slashing curve of the scythe onto this fun beastie before her. Do I want to risk Great Weapon Master? No, we need to get the hit. It's probably more important. Sorry, let me just check what the blessing. I'll put the blessing the Raven Queen in, so you can see what she's done. So I can't do. Sorry, I just need to check how this interacts with.
Take your time. There's no problem at all. Yeah. I just added in a skeleton that I forgot to add in earlier.
Yeah, so as she's landing in, she will also be casting Booming Blade on the scythe.
Nice. Okay, cool.
There's this kind of spectral entity of revenge and vengeance comes down. That's just damage, so it's a packed weapon attack. That is a 13 to hit.
On its AC is 12, I think.
Ooh.
Let me just double check.
I will throw one of my blessings on if it needs to go a bit more, or if it's in range. Donovan can spare bliss. He can afford to hand one over for this.
Where is my Flayed Wraith? Tracy's 12, yep.
Cool. So that'll be 8 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's
and
it's going to take all of that.
And then if it moves, it'll take another 4 points of thunder damage.
If it moves. Okay, good to know. Anything else you'd like to do?
She is also now resistant to all damage, which is helpful.
Okay, yeah, that is very helpful.
Yeah, that's all she's got. She's holding position.
Moving on to this, let me zoom out to this zombie here. And it is, it's slowly but surely it's going to get there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15. Oh god, I've just made it bigger.
Whoa,
15, 20, as it just drags its own leg along. It's pointing at someone or something. Hard to tell who it is, but it's doing its best, and that's all we can ask of it, okay? Moving on to this zombie here, who is a long way behind. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, it gets right behind it. And you can hear it, wait for me, Alan! And it moves up behind it. Moving on to this skeleton here, which is a 3. So, another strength saving throw?
Yep.
As it tries to escape this this entanglement. A 16.
It does break off.
Makes it, but that's its action though, isn't it?
That is its action to do that. So it still has its movement.
It still has movement. So 5, 10,
it is 15. Difficult terrain to go through that.
That's as far as it can go with 15. Moving on to this one here. It's going to take a swipe at Kethra. Here we go.
Waiting for Michael Jackson to turn up and
I
be
know,
the
right?
controller.
19. Oh, look at that. 19 to hit for 7 piercing, Kethra.
Yes.
You're starting to feel the pain.
I'm so
As again,
annoyed.
this short sword just runs through. This time buried deep in the center and the front of your thighs. You feel the flesh peel apart. It scrapes off the bone and goes through and through, pokes out the outside the back of your leg, and it pulls it back. You can see its eyes kind of flash with this black dark energy. And if it had flesh, it would be smiling. Its cheeks ear to ear. Unfortunately, its teeth are just locked in this perpetual rictus grin. That's all it has. It's going to move on to the Flayed Wraith, who is fucking pissed. It's going to turn to Phelim, and it's going to go at you, Phelim. Where's my Flayed Wraith? Okay, it's going to go with its Howl of Agony first. I need a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. As again, it just lets out this mournful, agonized howl, and you see again these weeks and months of of torture and pain that led up to its death. At 15, you managed to save it. So you're going to take 3d6 points of psychic damage, as it's still just, you feel your the worst migraine headache you've ever had. 12 points of damage.
Isn't that not reduced because he passed?
Yeah, sorry, down to 6. Yeah. And you can just feel some sort of hot liquid begin to run out the sides of your ears and down your cheeks. Then it is going to make It's going to make 2 claw attacks. 1 claw attack against you. It's an 11 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay, missed. And it's going to make another claw attack against Andy. Which this could do it. 10 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, that's all it can do. Is it just these almost desperate, like these desperate swipes with these kind of savage-looking sharp nails, but they're spectral, and it's lashing out in pure torment and pain now at this stage. That's all it can do. Phoenix.
Okay, so this portal reopens, and as before, but with a different creature this time, Phoenix comes in riding like a bronco, a giant badger.
Yes.
And it's like properly trying to kick him off, and he's like riding it, holding on to his hand, like woo!
Okay, hold on. Let me just give you control of this giant badger.
No worries.
In players' journals.
Show me the badger.
I would like to see the badger. There we go. Boom. Now you have control of this giant badger. It is all yours. Badger, 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 badger,
Mushroom.
Mushroom.
Now you know why I picked a giant badger.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, cool. So you can put that wherever you want.
Yeah, so I arrived back with my bonus action. I set it upon the plant because that's what took down my friend. I'm gonna go back a couple of moves, and I'll go back to the air, so I'm about 20 foot up. Nice. And now the badger takes his turn straight after me. He gets multi-attack, 1 bite, 1 claw.
Wow, at least not a honey badger.
So 20.
Fuck me, 20's a hit.
For 3 piercing on the plant.
3 piercing, yeah. I mean, if you've ever seen a badger in Mortal Kombat, they're pretty serious fucking creatures. Yeah, it just.
And this is a giant honey badger, so he's like even worse.
Oh yes, honey badger. Okay, what else can it do?
He's gonna claw it as well.
Okay, so that was the bite. Crunch.
16.
16 is a hit, I do believe, against the. Let me see. That's fine. Yeah, it's AC 13. Is another. Yeah, 5 slashing.
5 slashing. He's just like tearing chunks into this.
Nice. And yeah, you can hear these crunching and slashing sounds. This thing is now on its last legs on 3 hit points. And it looks like it's on 3 hit points. It's in a bad way. Anything else this badger would like to do?
No, but Phoenix is just going to say, come on, Darazar, I've helped you, now help us. And that's it.
Salazar, like with one thorny vine wrapped around his chest and his face and his head, you can discern. You can how you say and he's yeah, okay, moving on. Skeleton here. I do believe it's my boy up the top that I forgot to include in the turn order. He, feeling left out, is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he goes into the difficult terrain, and then that's as far as he gets. He looks down. Almost a kind of a sad look in his face. Moving on, Torvig, what would you like to do?
We'll take another shot towards the vine creature.
Where is Torvig?
As Derthast utterly ruined any chance of distracting it away from the rest.
Okay.
So that is a 23 to hit.
Where is Torvig in the battle map?
Torvig's quite far down because he was.
Oh, I see him there. Okay.
So that is 13 points of damage onto it.
Against what?
Against this plant.
Okay, yeah, and with how does this thing meet its end?
So this one, he takes a moment to whisper into it, and when it shoots into it, the psychic damage just claws away. Acid spreads out in this cloud and just corrupts the form and just brings it all down, headed out
Nice,
along the
nice.
vines, and just very rapid decay.
Okay, yeah, and you see this thing begin to just like dissolve and decay and fall into its component parts, and you can hear Derthast tell us, "Oh, whoa, whoa, oh no!" And he just kind of extracts himself from it. But you can see he's taking a little bit of cosmetic damage, shall we say? Torvig, anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, so as I'm headed back up, as the bonus section say, that is your life. We now owe us your life. We require that scroll writ for our friend, and then we are even.
I'm nowhere near my death. You did not say I would have extracted myself anyway.
I'm sorry. Would you like me to charge you instead?
Bring it on, bitch.
That's all that Torvig's got this time.
Okay, cool. Moving on to this zombie here, and he's going to make his move against Ketra. He has you flying, so that is at advantage. So, sorry, why did I open up your character sheet? I don't need to do that. A zombie. Here comes with a slam attack. 6 to hit.
No.
Sorry, 12 to hit.
Damn it. Yeah. No.
No, okay. Yeah, it just walks with this lumbering, slow haymaker, and you just look over and see it coming. It's in the post, and you just like you're busy fighting the other ones, and then like 2 seconds later, just look back and remember to duck, and you're fine. Dare Salazar the Melodious uses half his movement to stand up. Let's get this here. Bop, and he goes, okay. He goes, oh, well, how you say? Should I keep counting, or shall we talk actual numbers here?
Just put it all in your pocket and read it out the scroll, you blackguard.
You know, I have something else in mind for this. And you can see, he pulls out his loot. He goes, Frang! And he goes, lordy, lordy, I can feel the temperature rising. And he casts Fireball. Pop. For 28 fire damage. Let me just see if I do.
Where does he put it? That's the question.
Indeed. Where does he put it? Now, would he put it all the way back down here with Torvig, or will he, let's just see. I do have the Toasty Thaumaturgy pack, so let me just pull out a little fireball here. It's down the bottom. 5, where are we? 30-foot radius, isn't it?
20-foot radius now.
20-foot radius. Fireball, there we go. Bop.
It's a map where he goes, his what now?
Okay, so that would be 5, 10, 15, 20. So you need to go a little bit smaller than that.
No, it's a 20-foot radius.
10. Oh, yeah, sorry, yes, thank you, yeah. My DMAR, okay. So I go 5, 10, 15, 20. That's about right. So it's going to go, and you see this, oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, Kethra, you just feel this massive explosion of oh, hold on. That's about right, isn't it? Where the fireball is?
On the other side of your head.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so I'm going to set that to the back. And this massive bead of energy just leaves his loot as he casts this spell, and just, and it's the concussive blast you feel first. As just the shockwave shoots out, and then the heat. And I need to make a lot of saving throws. So it is a DC 16 dexterity save for this one. It doesn't really matter because everyone's going to take at least 14 points of damage. So this one is dead. Boom, blown apart. This Napoleon blown apart. This one here is dead as well, blown apart. This one, this could make it. So we're going to DC 16 dex saving throw. Skeleton, here we go. First one.
I love the animations, by the way.
Yeah, they're cool, aren't they? 9, which is this is destroyed as well. That's the entangle actually, which is still going. Believe it. So this one is blown apart as well. Boom, and then this one here is going to make another dex save. +2 for the skeletons is not bad. 15, which is another fail. This one is explodimacated. Boom, and that is it. Sorry, this zombie here needs to make a dex save, which I suppose it is probably going to fail because they're shit at those. So here we go. Dex -2. Needs a 16. That's a 5. This one is destroyed. Boom. This one here is destroyed no matter what happens, because that's 3 hit points. And as the dust settles, you can see there Salazar just kind of just retunes the string. Ding, 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 ding. Ah, there we go. Usually works a bit better now. Usually works a bit better when I'm in tune. You know what? I've done a little bit more, how you say, yes, damage. Alright, and I tell you what, he's going to use his bonus action to give Andy, he's going to, yeah, he'll give Andy Bardic Inspiration, which I do believe he is level, he's level 7, so he's going to give us it's a D8, I think.
Nice. She will take it.
D8 at 5th level, yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, and as he says, undead, more like fun dead, am I right? And that's his Bardic Inspiration, his one-line quip. And he is not going to...
the joke, but I appreciate the intent.
So that's it for now. So we've gone 6 seconds, 12 seconds. You have a minute for Revivify. So you guys might want to get on the old bargaining here now. Nira is toast. Phelim.
Yeah. Phelim is just going to... He's going to re-shout again at him. Take the whole lot. It's 200. And he's hacking
I
away.
require more than 200. Scroll cost me 500 at the least. Let's say 750. You can have your friend back.
Oh, 200's a start. And Phelim just starts hacking into the feet at this rate if it has feet. Whatever's at the bottom of it.
Yeah, just he's kind of like...
Which way's the wraith facing at the minute?
It is facing Andy. It would have, so yeah, it's facing Andy. So yeah, you can see these kind of wisps. These intangible kind of wisps of what used to be its lower body, just kind of floating and flying there at the moment. So what would you like to do? You're rolling to hit, are you?
I am indeed. Will I have advantage then?
Or if it's facing Andy, yes, you would. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going with me 2 swords again. What do I get? 23.
23 for 8 piercing, halved. Yeah, okay, yeah, and you drive it through its back. -4. Okay, cool. Yeah, and it doesn't seem to notice at all.
I'll just go again because he's just hacking into him, trying to get him.
This is your bonus action for the offhand, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, 21 to hit
21,
for
10
5 piercing. That's another hit. Again, yeah, you seem to be kind of chipping away at this thing, but it's not doing as much damage as you would like.
No. There's nothing. Let me see. Yeah. There's no point. I'll stay there and I'll just hold my ground.
Okay, moving on to this skeleton here, which has been destroyed by the fireball. Hethar, you're up. Your side of your face is singed and burned, and just like you've slept on one side in the midday sun for 2 hours.
Oh, she's just so startled right now. She's just like,
yeah.
She's going to, first of all, probably cast Second Wind because she's quite damaged.
Nice. You can use your bonus action, so it's a D10 plus your fighter level. When your party says burn dead, Deadpan says more like well done dead. Yeah. Few things you're satisfying is covering your group enemies with a fireball template. Now you're talking, my boy. Okay, cool. So you've got a D10 plus your fighter level, and you will heal that amount. So if you go down to the little dice rolling option, or you can type /or 1d10 in the chat box, whatever works. Oh, there you go. 6. And what level are you? 4? 3?
4. Yeah.
4. So that's another. You heal up another 10 hit points. So up to 25.
25. There we go.
As you just access that well of strength and stubbornness and anger and belligerency you store deep inside you and go, no, not today. Yep. And that's your bonus action. What would you like to do with your action?
I'm going to use the battle axe once again just to go with the one that's right beside her.
Okay, so that will be the only one remaining, which is this one here.
Yes.
Yeah, roll to hit. It's a map Iris. Bit of aloe, be grand. That's will be fine.
Did you say hello?
Hello.
Hello,
say this only once.
Well, in this case, hello, Nida is what we need.
10 to hit against the skeleton, is it?
Yes.
Skeleton's AC 13. Yeah, just.
I have a bless though. Can I use that?
Oh, you can throw that in if you want to add a D4. You need a 3 or higher. Here we
Oh,
go.
dice gods. Damn it.
Oh, unfortunately, yeah, you feel, yeah, you take a swipe and whatever plates are just kind of still, they're tied around with string and rope and just this mishmash of bits of armor. Clearly tied on to whatever created this undead creature. Was like, oh, here's half a door, and we'll just tie this on here, and then there's a ceramic plate, we'll tie it on there. Yeah, and it just doesn't get through this thick armor. So, anything else you'd like to do, Cathra?
No, moving draws attention to it, doesn't it? It makes it worse.
It can use its reaction to have a go at you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's gonna stay where she is, but she's gonna do shout. Bard, how much money do you want for this fucking scroll?
750 for your friend, please.
I'll give you an extra 300, and that will do you what you already have.
So, hold on, I've not finished counting it down here.
Oh, don't start. I will take your head too.
I will not take my head. I can cast invisibility and disappear.
Oh, please.
Make a persuasion check. Or intimidation, depending on what you'd like to do. If you want to use intimidation, you can add your strength modifier to it instead of your charisma modifier. So, what's the thing I do for martial characters? Let me go. Where's your character sheet? There we go. So, if you want to do intimidation, you can add your... So what's your charisma bonus is +0 or -0 depending on how you're feeling that day. Intimidation you have +0, but you can add 4 to it if you want to roll intimidation, or you can roll persuasion. Now, bear in mind, if you're trying to intimidate him,
She's more pleading.
Okay, well then you can roll persuasion then.
Work.
Cool. So you can, yeah, just click persuasion. Oh my god, a nat one. And he goes, ha! I am Derthast the Melodious, ranger and guide of these forests. Fring! You'll need more than that to convince me.
Why are you being so difficult?
Raising people from the dead is not easy, and it is costly, as you will soon find out should I cast another fireball. Moving on. Skeleton here is destroyed. Just take it out of the turn order. Asp Find is gone. Take it out of the turn order. This zombie here, 5, 10, 15, 20. It'll bonus action. It'll action dash 5, 10, 15, 20. Gets to there and looks down and goes, Alan, Barry. And moving on to Andy.
Andy is just going to take another swing towards this thing. Would you allow Booming Blade to work with Great Weapon Master? Yeah.
Let me just look at Booming Blade.
So Booming Blade is you have to make a melee weapon attack as part of casting the spell. I appreciate I'm setting down something for the whole campaign, which is why I'm asking. I'm happy to not do this time.
I don't see why not. I don't see why not.
Okay.
Look, I mean, stuff like this, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to break the game. You're not going to like win the campaign. It's going to be more fun for you, and I'll just up the CR if I need to.
Yeah, that seems perfectly fair to me. So yes, be Great Weapon Master, Booming Blade swing.
Nice.
With the glaive. So having landed down, swings up. That'd be a 12 to hit.
12 is this thing's AC.
So it'll take 19 points of magical damage.
Wow. Okay.
And then again, there's the traits of thunderous energy now making it ripple as they go back and forth through it.
Okay, and you can see this thing now just takes some serious damage and is now looking. It's beginning to flicker in and out of whatever, this plane of existence and into whatever other plane of existence it is surely destined to visit. But it is still going, and it turns its eyes flash, bares its teeth, and it is pissed with Andy. And it is going to fucking do its best now to take Andy out of it. Anything else you'd like to do?
She'll just stand there holding proud, going, "The Raven Queen comes for you shortly."
Okay. That zombie is gone. This zombie is gone. This skeleton is gone. This skeleton is still going, and it's going to go for Ketra. It's still going, and it's at 3 hit points, and has been for the last ages. 11 to hit. That's all it's got. Moving on to the flayed wraith. It turns, eyes flashing furiously at Andy. Let me just see 1 second now. Not looking good. Not looking good for you, Andy.
She's holding a position.
Yeah,
that's what her queen set her to do.
Going to make. Now it's done its hell of agony against her, I do believe. So it can't do it again. It's going to make 2 claw attacks. First one, 14 to hit.
Miss.
Second attack, 19 to hit.
19 is a hit.
For 5 slashing and 2 necrotic, 7 points of damage as its claws
7 total.
rake across, tearing open deep gashes across Andy's throat. Blood begins to just pour down her chest as she feels her vision swim.
But she is still standing with that resistance to the necrotic.
Still standing, almost Elton gone at this stage.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Here we go. That's it. What's she at? 2 hit points?
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
And that is just claws are in there, and then there's just this look of hatred.
Yeah.
Absolute wrath.
Phoenix, what would you like to do?
If I was to drop a bag of money, would that be considered a free action, or is that an action?
Sorry, say again?
If I was to drop a bag of money, would that be considered a free action or an action?
Free action.
Okay. So I fly over.
Mm-hmm.
I drop my fucking bastard. This guy is. I drop my coin purse and say, "That's 500. Now fucking fix him." And I'll fly down to kind of guard nearer, and then I will instruct the badger to go after the wraith.
Okay, cool. Do you want to move the badger then?
Yeah. So bite first of all.
I'm gonna say the wraith is within its reach. 17 is a hit. The
2
badger's
points.
little pointy teeth just sink into this incorporeal creature. Still doing a little bit of damage though, as it takes 1 point of piercing damage.
And then the claws.
Badger.
14.
How? How does that feel? Because it has 21 hit points left. Second attack. 14 to hit is it. For 8 slashing, down to 4. -4. Okay, these two swipes. And you can see the badger is kind of like it's been directed to do this, but it's doing it under protest because it is absolutely terrified. Its instinct is to flee at very high speeds from creatures like this. So yeah, it is not happy, but it has done damage nonetheless. Anything else for Phoenix and the badger?
It.
Okay, moving on. This skeleton here is gone. Let's take it out of the turn order. Torvig, you're up.
So now we'll line the bow up on the wraith, still the breathing, and take the shot.
Deadpan Design says it's a honey badger. Sure is.
Or as I like to call it, a sweetie badger.
Natural 20.
Oh my god, a
Yeah.
nat 20s. You line up the shot. Deep breath in.
And that was also my favourite foe, so I roll an extra d4 on top of this.
Which will be doubled.
And this is all doubled. So that is a total of 16, 24, 32, 35 damage.
Okay, so hold on. It's
Plus whatever my
resistant.
D100 is. That's all magic as well.
It's all
Or
magical.
psychic.
Okay,
It's all
so
magical psychic. It is a total of
35 points of damage.
4 points of psychic, 31, whatever the other one, whatever the rest of it was in magical piercing.
Torvig, how does this creature meet its end?
So this is a joint prayer to Nylea, the Huntress, and to Clufix, the Lord of Horizons, to take down this foe. Flies through the air, gets a rainbow light attached to it, pierces through it, and wrenches it away and into the tree, and it's just sucked into the natural life and just pulled and
Nice.
dissipated and turned into natural proper
Excuse me. And
energy.
with that natural 20 in your prayer to the Lord of Horizons, you hear this voice in your head. You can take a piety point for that, and you hear this voice in your head. listen. And I will let you make a perception check with advantage.
Ooh. Thank you, Lord. Bad with advantage. Big advantage. There you go. Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure I've got any bonuses.
I need a 15.
15. Okie dokie. Just 11 find really cool. Perception, you said, didn't you? So that's not that one. Okay, that's fine. Pting. So that would be a 21.
21. As you stare deep into the night sky, you can see a blacker, darker, rolling cloud, maybe 3 to 4 or 5 miles away, and it is obscuring all starlight. It's obscuring that wonderful purple, orange, and red glow that you would see on the horizon. And deep in the pit of your stomach, you get a sense of dread.
Okay. Can't help but shiver ever so slightly at that one.
As the first thing that incites that cold feeling in the pit of your stomach is it has completely obscured the horizon for you, and that is an ill omen.
It's not the best thing I could have seen at this point in time. So he kind of wants to stand intimidatingly over Derthast, but he's aware that there's still a couple of other occupants on the battlefield. So as he's walking past, I believe you have your money, Bard. And then he's headed over to, in fact, where was he? He was here, wasn't he? 10, 15, 20, 25. He can get to there.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
Okay. 1 second now. Okay, moving on. It is this zombie's turn, who has met his death. Again, he's gone. Derthast the Melodious steps up and he goes, right, that seems you have, how you say, met your obligations. So, allow me to, and he unfurls the scroll and he goes, this is a scroll of Dispel Magic. He rolls it back up. He goes, must be in the other one. Pulls it out. This is a scroll of Disguise Self. Oh. He pulls it out. Here we go. It was under ore in the bag. It was under ore. So cool. Here we go. I haven't... sorry, upside down. Okay, so here we go. And he will cast Revivify, which he does have as a College of Lore Bard. He does know, but he's not got the spell slots for, so he's going to blast the thing. So I do believe if he can cast a spell, it is successful. You don't need to make a roll, do you?
As long as you have that able to do that level.
Yes, he is able to do that level. Yeah. Cool. So he will he will look down. He'll look at Phoenix and he'll look at Torva and he'll all right. I'll tell you when we get to our settlement. I will sing to you the saga of how I found this scroll. It's very interesting, very entertaining story. Maybe you will tip your friendly bard. And he unrolls the scroll. It hovers there, and he pulls out a set of panpipes and begins to just toot away in the panpipes. And as he does, you can see these mournful kind of musical notes just begin to emerge, almost like they're stretched and they've been pulled out of the pipes, and they come out like and just like pop out, and they all kind of assume this dance. They begin to dance around Nira's head and then begin to just coalesce together into this black ink that begins to run into Nira's eyes and their ears and their mouth and down their throat. And for a split second, there's nothing. And Nira Salazar is, does not seem to have worked. I tell you what, I'll give you back half your on my... Oh, and then... and then Nira just begins to sit up and is... Huh? Nira is back. There you go. Good deal for you, huh? Good deal for Dennis Telazar. Don't look so pissed off. I saved there to tell us how to save the day.
I just do the golf clap, you know, the...
Like somebody. Tough crowd. All right. Nero, you're at 1 hit point. I do 0 hit points. 1 hit point, sorry. What would you like to do?
I think Nero's just going to stay there for a sec. Just, you know, bringing themselves back properly.
Okay. Moving on, Phelan. So hold on, let's get rid of some of these creatures as well. Gone. That one is gone. Gone. So we've a zombie and a skeleton left.
Oh yeah. So Phelan's going to move under the tree, under the branches of the tree, over here, and he doesn't really shout when he's fighting, but he is running with his mouth open wide as if he's roaring, but he's not.
Are you just
Okay.
catching flies?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Little protein snack on the way.
He's catching low-hanging fruit flies.
Silent scream. He doesn't know he does this, but he does it from time to time. And he's just gonna hack him again with the short sword.
Is he the guy whose mouth moves when he's reading the book?
See, I was imagining more the way like a Muppet does it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's a 23 to hit for 11 piercing against this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay, minus 11. Yeah, as you run forward, the mouth open, and just this haymaker punch with your short sword and just goes straight through the thing's jaw. You just twist it down, the whole bottom jaw just cracks off and lands at your feet. Now you can see it's just this top of the jaw with missing like several teeth, and it's like it begins to try and just kind of headbutt you with the top of its jaw, and it is pissed.
As he does that, I'm gonna shove my other sword up to the roof of his mouth.
Okay, straight up there, roll to hit. That's a 24 to hit for 8 piercing. Nice, okay. And it... Oh, hello, sorry, hold on.
How many short swords can you fit in the head?
You want to say hello to the internet,
Like
Fizgig?
pop-up
There you are.
pirate.
Okay.
Busy!
Doggy appears.
Here. There you
Save
go.
the day.
She's
Yeah.
never interested in the camera.
No, there you go. Bye-bye. Yeah, you ram it up there straight through. And you twist it again and just pull it out. And just whatever kind of slushy parts still remain, just begin to... Almost as if you've turned on a tap in a kind of a soft drink dispenser. They do and just pour out this wound on the top of its upper jaw. It's still going though, and it's flailing wildly now, trying to hit you. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nothing.
Kethra,
Oh,
this thing that has made your life a misery, that has been at
This
3
one.
hit points for the last 5 rounds. Can you finally take it out?
do you know what? We're gonna try.
Do you have advantage?
She does
No,
look
you
more
don't.
like
No, she doesn't. Because she's looking at me.
No, it's no, I think it's still no. It went for Kethra last, so it's fighting Kethra.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, I missed that.
It's okay.
Yeah, she's just gonna go ahead and try and rip him apart again.
Don't forget now. I will say it. Maybe now is not the time to use it. Well, maybe it is. But you also have an action surge. I don't know if you know what that does.
Oh yes, no, I have that
Cool.
one.
You're saving that, but they recharge in a short rest, not a long rest,
They do that as well.
which is pretty cool. As does your second wind. So it's good to know. And a short rest is just like when you take an hour's rest. You don't have to sleep for the whole night. So it's kind of, it's easier to spend them and recharge them. Although this combat is almost over, so I'm not saying to use it, but just letting you know it's there.
Okie dokie. I think I'm gonna just stick with maybe my small little plan that I have in my
Yeah,
head.
go for it. You're gonna
Of just my little battle axe.
your giant battle axe.
My little battle axe.
Come on, 9 to hit against this thing. His AC is 13. Kethra, come on. How did you miss again?
She's just tired.
She's got like 0 days to retirement.
Well, I think
So-
she best retire at this point.
So that was your attack. You've a bonus.
Or oh no, I think I'm too far for any kind of bonus action because I have like a potion of healing I want to give to Nira.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm too far away. I don't want to
You
draw.
are. You'd have to use your movement to go over there.
Yeah, I don't want to draw the thing over.
You can you can action surge and try and attack again if you wish.
Yeah, do you know what? At this point, we're going to do that because this is ridiculous. This is getting.
I mean, if you don't finish it, Torvik will.
Okay,
This
so
is the threat. If you take too long, they
I
turn
think
up.
it's important to Katra's sense of self that she actually finishes this one.
Yeah, Torvik is now holding on to his short sword of. I mean, I'm going to do it if you do not pull
Come
finger
on,
out.
We all know you can do it.
no.
Stop
this
toying
is
with
not
me.
Action
possible.
surge. You could just roll again with your attack. It just gives you another action.
Yeah.
16 to hit for 12 slashing. Katra, this one is yours. How does it meet its end?
Oh, she's gonna again. She was delighted up and out.
Yeah.
Through
again,
the bottom
just
up. She's fucking
through the
done.
bottom, through the pelvis, and it just completely severs this thing in half. Bones fly everywhere, and it drops to the ground at -9 hit points. Boom. And all we have left is a zombie who is up next, and it's gonna make a slam attack against our Phelan there, buddy. Come on, that's 7, which is a miss. Swings, and you just dodge aside, dance aside. Andy is up next.
So this is just the kind of Naruto run.
Yeah.
Slave out behind, just up to here, and great weapon master. Shoing.
Nice. Imagine you rolled in that one and did damage to yourself.
Lovely, wouldn't it?
14 to hit for 9 bludgeoning. Okay, cool. So that is 5 plus 9 is 4. It's a DC 14 con save for this thing to hold on. DC 14 con save. It's gone. That is the end of it. How does it meet its end?
It's Andy's sort of almost not paying attention to this one. It's just very clean, and then into the salute of where she's just holding it, going a short thing to the Raven Queen to say these are dispatched, and she looks up to check to make sure that the black cords here at least are no more.
It's not something she can see.
I was okay.
On a day-to-day thing. It's something that she's granted.
Right.
Through vision.
Occasional.
But, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
that's
But
fine.
I mean-
That
but-
is
but I
it's
mean-
just like looking up. So
Yeah, I get
it's
it.
like
yeah.
almost swings the glaive scythe into a saluting position, and just happens to go through the zombie. She doesn't care how it's gone,
Nice.
and it's
okay,
just that
cool.
salute now. Of,
Get rid of all this shit. Yeah, and as the dust settles, you hear a deep from further north. You have defeated my creatures. But you can see this creature begins to just walk out from the. Begins to make it out to here.
there's an arrow trained on that right at the minute. Just
Yeah, and it's sort of
Every
half
step of the
there
way.
and not. And this, it's just this white spectral sheet with this black void, no discernible red eyes or kind of flashing any kind of energy or indication that it has any kind of sight. It turns its black void hooded head towards you and he goes, "Welcome to my domain, the southeast is my home. I shall be seeing you soon. In the meantime, enjoy the rain." And it disappears. With that, you hear a heavy. And as further north, I think Andy has the best vision. As you look north and you see this rain begin to fall from the sky, and every living piece of vegetation it hits begins to turn black and wither. I think that's a good place to take our break. Thanks everyone for sticking with us so far. We will be back very soon for part 2 of episode 8 of my Radiant Citadel adjacent campaign. We love you all. See you soon. Maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Oh, welcome back to part 2 of episode 8 of Journeys to the Radiant Citadel, or Radiant Citadel adjacent, whatever you'd like to call it. We're on the island of Garthas, which is where the son of the Graven King reportedly rose to power. The son of the Graven King, the man who conquered the world in search of something in the city of Derthast. Anyway, miles from that city where our adventurers started their quest, their journey. We are here in the ruined in the island of Garthas, where they fought a bunch of undead creatures and met some sort of powerful creature who said there's some sort of storm on the way. And as they look to the north, again you can see this black liquid begin to fall from the sky, maybe several hundred feet away from you. And you can see all of the greenery just forming these kind of black vein-like patterns as this rain hits it, and they begin to just wither away and die. Derthast looks north and he goes, "Oh no, it is starting to rain. It's not good. This is a necrotic rain. I suggest that we beat a hasty retreat to the east as quickly as possible. Time to run, time to go, time to go, time to go."
As he's saying all this, I'm handing one of my 2 potions of healing to Nero, and I'll also pull out 3 of the day's supply of good breeze and hand her to him.
Okay, so action will give you full whack of that. So that's 10 hit points, and
Plus, you'll get 3 extra hit points, 1 from each of the good breeze.
So 3 good breeze. You've had like basically the equivalent of like three days worth of food.
It's more you don't need to eat. It's not the fact that you suddenly feel like you've had an entire day's worth. At least that's the way I always want it.
I like to think it's the latter, and you're the guy out of Meaning of Life, and I was like, wafer thin mint, sir, wafer thin mint, bollocks.
And that's if you take all 10.
Yeah.
3 is fairly
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you lash them into you, and you feel the warmth of this potion just begin to course through your veins. The wounds knit up, leaving these itchy scabs where these horrific thorn-like protrusions and wounds were, and the good breeze just fill you up. Not that you were hungry right now, and having just stepped on the other side of death's door, but here we are, and you can see now this necrotic rain begin to come from the north. You are going to need to run as fast as you can to the east, and I'm going to need a few skill challenges from you guys as you begin to run and run and run. So, what skill would you guys like to use? I need a DC 14 check. You can think of anything that you're good at, any skill that you're good at that would be. You could argue at the very least that would make a DC 14 skill check.
Torvig is. I'm going straight for survival with Torvig. He's just using his labyrinthine recall to know which way north is, to know where that cloud's coming from. And
no problem. So give me. So this is going to be a party skill check. I need everyone to. Drew Keynes is mime. Use mime. Okay, cool. So I need a.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself first as we do that. Yep. And then, because we're using survival, I can also add that to it. So that would be.
While this is happening, Phoenix is trying to call the Badger back, and the Badger's just like, no. And he starts running north, runs straight into the rain, and then just out of existence, just disappears.
That's a 21 on survival.
Okay, so cool. So you can chalk it up to one success on your party skill check. As this badger runs to the north, you can see now it's not like maybe 10 feet north that this rain is falling. It's still a couple of hundred feet away, but it is approaching fast. The badger hits this necrotic rainfall, and you can see it. First thing you hear is a screech. And it screams as this necrotic rain begins to hit it, and its flesh begins to wither in. And you can see now that as you look at it, it drops to one leg, and then the other, and then the other, and then it's like, and it begins to reform as this undead creature, and it turns around, its eyes flashing, and then it disappears. You now know the fate of anything that dies in this necrotic rain on this undead infested island
We
of
just sent an
Garthas.
undead angry honey badger back into the Fey realm.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
no, don't tell him that.
when it goes back to the Fey
Yeah.
realm, it's not a honey badger anymore. It's whatever pixie or gremlin or whatever it was from there. It only takes the form of an animal when it comes here.
Okay.
So
good
if
to
it
know.
goes back as like a fairy or something, like the Fey realm's fucked.
Pretty much, yeah. I think we might do a whole nother story with the consequences of those actions. But anyway, as this rain begins to fall, you can hear the cracking of bones and small jungle creatures begin to die horrifically and then just become reborn as this necrotic rain begins to just create this horde of undead critters that follow along. You guys can move your token and run like fuck to the east here. So anyone else like to argue for a skill they can use? A skill that will be relevant in this skill check
Yeah.
as a party check?
So
Nira need help moving, no?
no, Nira having been helped up and like healed a bit. Nira's like, nah, fuck that, and it's just like, Nira's gonna use their skills of parkour to just over trees.
Parkour.
Yeah,
Parkour.
leaping off trees, over rocks, everything.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's
That's
great.
skill
You'd like to use acrobatics, would you?
Yeah.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check. DC 14.
Oh.
14, you just managed. That's two successes for the party. Anyone else like to argue for a skill that they'd like to use?
Yeah.
You've used survival, you've used acrobatics. None of you can repeat those checks, by the way, this round.
We can or we can't? Sorry.
Can't.
Okay.
So maybe a little bit of some tactics as to which is the best skills to use for each person on each round. Sorry, say again, Katsura?
The athletics skill.
You can go for athletics for sure. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some cry havoc back here as we start to run.
Yes.
21 athletics.
About time.
Katsura is just huge muscle thighs, just boom, 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 pumping the ground as you run head first straight into the jungle. You heard east. Katsura just runs fucking east, fast as she can, with no care. And for a second, your mind is cast back to the conversation with Derthast Salazar when he's like, "Oh, you must go northwest, north." Katsura is like, "Fuck this! I'm going through the jungle, straight east." And okay, so cool, you're running. That's a third success. So that's 3 out of 6. Anyone else like to argue for a skill they can use?
Doesn't matter what I use at this stage, unless I can intimidate trees out of my way.
You sure can't.
Yes.
So,
Okay, I have a suggestion.
yeah.
So because of the druid craft, can I basically, because I'm flying, I can see that little bit further ahead maybe because of the trees.
Yeah.
Can I use my druid craft or my arcana to essentially create a path that they can see straight through? Like, so I'm moving the leaves and stuff out of the way using druid craft.
So.
I mean, if not, then I'll just firebolt until
It
burns
needs to be
the
a
path.
skill check.
Oh
It
yeah.
needs to be a skill check, unfortunately, for this one, because it's based on a party's successes or failures.
Okay, but in that case, what ones have we used? Sorry, we used.
We've used survival, we've used athletics, and we've used acrobatics.
Oh shit. Okay.
Blue
I got
Nessie
nothing.
says you can intimidate your team to carry you.
Yeah, Deer is going to struggle on all this.
What about perception to see through, like the best path to get through quickly?
Sounds good to me. Let's do a perception check.
So this is going to be nearer because they're ahead anyway.
Yeah, no worries. You're just kind of scouting ahead, trying to figure out the best way to help your party members get through. 22. That's 4 successes. So that is a party success. So 4 out of 6. So that is the first round. So well done. So I'm going to move all of you guys over to this about here. Get rid of this guy here. Bop. I'm gonna move your tokens over here, and I need as this necrotic rain cloud flows closer and closer. Again, behind you, you can hear the thick plopping of heavy rain and the crack of limbs and bone as whatever creatures, small critters, live in the underbrush are now just killed instantly and then reborn into this undeath, hungered state and begin to just hunger for the flesh of the living, which is you guys. So we're going to do a second round of skill checks. The DC is now 15. What would you like to argue for? Torvi, you can't use survival again. Someone else can use survival.
That's fine. Can Torvig instead now, seeing all these creatures starting to come to life, can he concentrate slightly less on the direction, and he's more about trying to keep the party stealthy and about trying to hide the tracks that they travel and to try to minimize their disturbance.
I like that. What would you like to roll for that? Stealth?
I'd like to stealth, please.
Yeah, let's do that. It's kind of throwing you a bone here in this one, but yeah, I like it.
Cool. I will push my luck and ask for guidance as well.
Yeah, sure. Cool. You can always use guidance.
Oop, that one doesn't apply. So that will be. Oh, we're on do it. Never mind. 27.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Absolutely. So that is one success as Andira begins to just try and cover the tracks.
I've got the wrong person in the chat, but it's
no
Torvig
worries. It's still Torvig's role. Yeah, Torvig begins to just and you know you would be an expert at tracking and covering tracks and stuff like that, and you manage to kind of hide your passage. You guys move on. That's one stealth check. Who else would like to make a skill check? You can't do the same one you did last time.
I'd love to make one before all my half these ones are gone. So
Okay.
Fame's going to kind of look at Mira and give him a wink as if to say, watch this. And he kind of whispers, parkour. And
You're going to go acrobatics.
Oh
and
my
DC.
god!
Oh my god, my man.
Can I
So
have a
unfortunately, a
reaction?
nat 1 is 2 party fails. So you are now
Lord.
1 success and 2 fails. As you look to your left, right as you hit as you're about to jump a log, and it is higher than you remember. And the most painful part about this is not the physical injury that you sustain, because you do take a point of damage. It's just that you lock eyes with them as you go arse over tit, and it's if you've ever come off a bike or fallen or had an accident and everything goes down to slow motion, the shame is just dragged out for what seems like minutes, and then you land on your arse, ripping the seat of your trousers, and so that is 2 fail saves. Sorry, that is two fails, 1 success. So moving on. Anyone else like to argue for a skill they can use that they haven't used before? I think we'll go Derthast Salazar this time, as we pull up something here. And then it sounds like, hold on, I can help with this. Let's run like fuck. And he is going to...
Could he like play an upbeat tune to get our pace quicker or something?
No, he's going to intimidate you all.
Oh shit!
And
Okay,
he's going to say...
that went a different way than I expected.
Absolutely. He just as he pulled, like, before he's always played this kind of backwards finger style with his nails, and now he pulls out this metal triangle, and he goes, and it just emits this horrific power chord. And he is like, if you don't run and run like fuck to the east, I will undo what I did to your friend Nira. And you don't know if he has the power to do that, but he's going to fucking certainly try. That's a 22 intimidation. Right now, with the shit hitting the fan, you believe him. So that's another success. So we got 2 fails, 2 successes. Moving on, would anyone else like to do something?
What have we had this round? Sorry, we had stealth, acrobatics, intimidation.
Yep.
Okay, so because I'm flying, using my kind of, I can zip in and out and stuff. Can I do that as I'm leading, showing them through the trees how to step through quickest?
What skill would you like to use?
Athletics, if possible.
Athletics, yeah, go for it.
12. But
yeah,
I will use my inspiration to re-roll it.
Yeah, no worries.
natural 20 for a
That
22.
is 2 successes. Okay, so you're back. So what we had 2 and 2. You're up to 4 over 2. So we still need you guys. I think we need 2 more successes. So yeah, and as you crash through the trees, just using your all of a sudden, this is Phoenix, is it?
Yeah.
All of
He's
a sudden,
flying.
yeah, you see Phoenix is like the shirt or whatever they're wearing rips off, and it's all of a sudden this ripped little muscular frame as his leaves and branches just get torn apart. And you're like, holy shit, that little fairy is ripped.
And he just turns around and he's like, follow the glitter.
Nice. Okay, cool. I was gonna make it. Oh, well, I'm not. Okay, cool. I was gonna make a joke there, but I won't. So moving on. Who else would like to use a? Who else would like to use a skill? Pick a skill to use.
What's Kefra got? Andira's not got much now that hasn't been used.
Not got much. I can try survival.
Okay, yeah, you can certainly try survival. How like? So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to like find the best path through the jungle, or?
She's got a good memory for maps and stuff, so she knows exactly where to go. So
Okay.
she's just trying to make sure that everybody's going to get there safely together.
Okay, I like that. So DC 15 survival. 9. Unfortunately, that is a fail.
What is going on?
Is there anyone else left that can possibly get one more success?
Yeah,
to get you through
Andira's. I'm just trying to work out what I can argue for
this?
because they're not great. They're really not.
You can hear the heavy patter of these thick droplets of this necrotic rain begin to fall down and just get closer and closer, and you can feel the air now become charged with this negative energy, and almost as if you can smell or sense rain before it falls. You feel almost the moisture begin to leave your body from the backside of your frame, almost as if this negatively charged weather is beginning to just sap the life force from your bones.
Do we want to go big or go home, or do we want to?
I mean, we'll all end
Dude
up
face guy
together.
says necrotic rain sounds dope. They are on an island infested with undead, and there'll be a bit of lore later on if we make it to where they're going. But yeah, the weather effects here are particularly deadly.
Okay, we're gonna go just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's done perception yet, so Andira's going to do a perception roll, but she's
Okay.
going to flip the coin of fate in doing so.
Oh, okay. So friendos who weren't here the last session, they found a coin of fate, which means you can flip it, and you either get a nat 20 or a nat 1. Do you want to throw the deets? Do you have the deets there written down?
Yes. Hang on. I'll just close the sheet because I'm going to get the coin out.
Raven Ranger 113 says the 3 scariest words in D&D. Roll for survival. This is scary.
Yeah, I did not work.
No, it's in the inventory, so it's not an actual.
Okay, no worries. So the coin of fate, I do believe I
can
dropped
actually,
it
I can copy and paste it in.
Yeah,
thing.
perfect.
Give me
Yeah.
a second. Copy. There you go.
So once per day, you can flip this coin in place of an existing roll of a d20. You can replace that roll with either nat 1 or nat 20. Roll a d20 on an odd number. Your roll is replaced with a nat 1. On an even number, is replaced with a nat 20. So you can roll. You can do the roll first.
Oh, can you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In that case,
So in
we'll
place of an existing roll of a d20.
okay.
So the
yeah,
roll
we'll
exists
just do it.
once you
So
roll
it's
it.
just
Yeah.
So it is just
Perception check DC 15.
Yes. Let's do that first. They've got lots of things about talking to people, not a lot of things about being in the wilderness. Perception.
Okay, 15 is exactly the number you needed. Would you still like to flip the coin?
Yes. As I said I was going to, so I'm doing it.
Okay.
I said I was doing it.
Hold on. On an odd number, your roll is replaced with a natural 1. On an even number, it's replaced with a nat 20. Okay, here we go. Roll a d20.
It's rolling.
Oh, yeah.
6. Replaced with a nat 20. As you flip the coin of fate, you see for a second behind you all of these necrotic raindrops, these thick black droplets of negative energy just slow down until everything falls to a stop. And the only person there, this was Andira that rolled it, that flipped the coin. And the only person still moving is Andira. You see everyone stuck in this running pose. And you look around and you just see that the rain begin to fall upwards. And in your mind, you hear, Andira hears, this silky female voice. My child, you are a child of fortune now. And whoosh, back, everyone runs. That is 2 party successes. And now we go for a third one. And so DC is now 16. As I'm going to move you over to another map.
In her head, Andrea will go, of course, my queen.
It was not this. It was not the voice of your.
Oh, was it not? Ah. Okay. In that case, there's a bit more of a. Okay.
Pop you out here. Paste. You guys should be able to see yourselves. Can I grab you all? Come on now. Delete.
I recognize some of these.
Yeah, the tokens I just nabbed from my library. Paste you in there. Okay, you're now as you run down the this trail. Derthast saying, "Run, go as fast as you can. You're almost there." Let me just go back to my music. Havoc. You guys can see this. And what you see now is this kind of makeshift settlement with like siege engines and tents inside. Gates are almost closed, and you can see people looking out now. They see this necrotic rain, and you hear what sounds like an almost drilled reaction as everyone goes. You can hear shouts of the rain is coming as these people begin to close the gates. And Derthast is like, run if you ever wanted to live, run. And I need one more party skill challenge from you all. So you can't use the one you used last time or the one before. So I need a new skill from everyone.
Can I ask a question first?
Yeah.
So is this what's going to be us trying to get into the gate?
This is the last dash down your kind of muddy trail in the jungle, trying to get to the gates.
Okay, so it doesn't look like the gate's going to be shut if we get there in time.
No, but it will be Indiana Jones pulling the hat through the fucking thing. It'll be close.
Okay, so I was going to do something to stop the gates from shutting, but that's fine. Okay.
Can I do Indira to do athletics first? Because it's the only decent thing she has.
Yes, you can.
It's not
Okay, so you're gonna go
intimidate
with
trees.
athletics this time.
Because that's yeah.
DC is 16.
No, I can't.
10. Oh, okay.
She's just. I mean, she's on 2 hit points. She's just spent. It's that.
Yeah, absolutely, just destroyed. Yeah. Deadpan Design recognizes one of the tokens from my other game.
Yeah.
Hello, you are the one, aren't you? Anyway, moving on. So that is a one party fail. Who else would like to argue for a skill they haven't used in any of the last 2 skill challenges?
Oh. I
Let's
don't
go.
want to say anything.
What have we got?
Can I argue for history? Phelan's thinking back to when he was doing his training and how to breed properly when you're fighting for a long time. It might help him run right.
I love it. Yes, you can.
Okay.
So yeah, look, if you can come up with a creative reason, I'm all here for it.
Oh.
That is a 3. Unfortunately, that is 2 party fails. So we have 2 fails, 0 successes. Derthast is going to try and use his persuasion to persuade you all now at the last moment just because he's now thinking carrot might be better than stick. Here comes, in fact, he's going to use performance, and he's going to go. He's going to start playing. And if I only could, I make a deal with God. And he's going to play running up that hill. With his performance, 16 is exactly what he needs. That's one party success. Okay. So there's 2 fails and 1 success. Anyone else like to do something? As this necrotic rain is now pounding down, almost taking the form of hailstones, these black diamond-like things falling from the sky, hitting the ground behind you. You could feel now the strength beginning to leave your body from the exertion that from the energy that you've spent, and now from this necrotic energy, the weather itself is sapping from your bodies. What would you like to do?
Okay, so near a being of monk usefulness, getting into that slipstream of just really narrowing down their target, arms behind the back, Naruto style, just fucking full on pacing straight at the gates.
Okay.
But because of how quick and nimble they are, they're quite hard to see. In fact, in a battle, you probably think that they might be hiding.
I love it. You're arguing for stealth?
I am, yeah.
Excellent. I love that shit. Okay, let's do a stealth check.
Come on. Yes!
Fuck yeah. Okay, so that's 2 fails, 2 successes. So we've got, that's 4 out of what, 6, 7?
Yeah.
4 out of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need someone else to go.
Oh God.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, if you've got something, go for it.
Torvig is. He's going to do a bit more. He's now watching out to see who's slacking behind. So he's keeping an eye on the party now. And he'll be trying to push along people doing it. So he's going to use his perception with an intent to try to push people along who seem to be stumbling.
Okay,
on this last thing.
I'm happy with that. Let's go. DC 16 perception.
Oh. Come on.
Guidance as well. 23. Lovely. Okay, so what's that? That is 4 successes.
And 2 fails.
And 2 fails. That's 6. So yeah, that's a party success. As you guys manage to just dive through the gates, and there's Salazar now.
I say that when I think he's probably just picked up Andira at the end, just charged through, carried her in the arms.
Yeah, just over the shoulder fireman's pose as this rain begins, and you can see everyone now is running for the center tent, I think our man in the tech bunker might recognize that token, as everyone just begins to run for the center tent. And as you guys make it, you can see there's Salazar is like just behind. He's like, makes it in just in time. I don't have a separate thing for the tent, but yeah, you make it in, and just as this rain begins to hit, falling down, hard hitting against the stones, and you have made it. Well done.
Oof.
That was I could have ended badly.
Yeah.
When the very weather turns against you, you know things are bad, and an undead infested all in necrotic rain could have been particularly bad. You see,
Very bad.
There's Salazar.
Prince cover.
He kind of shakes his head, and his ears kind of shake themselves, and this water begins to, this kind of moisture begins to, and yeah, it just kind of shakes off his ears, and he goes, "Oh, well done everybody, and welcome to the survivor settlement in the southeast." So we should really name this, but we have not come up with a name, and so thank you for the money, and I do believe you owe me more money, because we paid me half. You paid me half, right? And then I got here to the settlement of survivors, so I'll take the other half of my money, please.
You said the settlement we were going to was southeast. This was just east.
Yeah, well, we went up northwest and then southeast. It's
Yeah,
roughly
yeah.
it's roughly southeast.
Oh yeah, no, he
Yeah.
like Phoenix is just trying to like mess with him, like it's not.
He's like, if you want to go, if you wish, you can go back out into the rain and maybe head a little bit more southeast. Try to hide under a tree there to see how that will do for you. Maybe see how you say become a ravaging scourge of life in an undead creature.
I'm still not sure you're not.
That's a little bit mean. That's
A little bit
friend
mean.
Nira.
It's a little bit mean to hold at someone's life for money.
I paid the money for the scroll of how you say revivify. So I'm going to give it away for free. Why would I do that?
I just think the means of your business dealings is a little bit hard.
Well, I tell you what, the Derthast are the Melodious would have happily done it for free for his friends. But you, my
You saying we ain't friends?
We are not friends. We are business associates. We are acquaintances at best, and we are how you say party members maybe. Dude face guy wants level 4.
I thought you were my friend.
Maybe give it time, my little friend, and we might become friends.
Wow, there we go.
You said some pretty mean things about me. Just there, right there a second ago.
Yeah, friends are always jabbing at each other.
Nah, you're a bullshitter. You're a little bullshitter. Anyway, nice to be out of the rain, isn't it?
I think someone needs to bless these rains.
You ever seen? You ever seen? You ever seen necrotic rain down there before?
Down in Africa, never.
Terrifying things. Did not expect it to come so quickly, but yes, that was Shazastar.
How long does
That's your
the rain
soul.
last?
It could go anything from maybe a half hour to 3 days.
Who was the figure who would arrest us?
That's the name I just said was a Shazastar.
Shadowstar.
Shazastar. That was his name. He,
I presume he's from your area. You have similar names.
there is what? Because it ends in AR.
Because the cadence is the same in how you pronounce the names.
Torvig
Isn't
ends
yours.
in IG. Does that mean that you're related to every fig tree there is in the world?
If you said it was the same intonation, there would be some measure in what you're talking about. I'm merely asking if you know this gentleman. You seem very touchy all of a sudden.
No, I just don't like your implications. But no, Shazastar is he. You know what? Information is costly. So how much would you like to pay for this?
Torvig will just walk away from it at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll go back to keeping an eye on Andira, who is not looking great.
So at this point, this woman here walks in with this one here. So I'll give you a little Shift Z. This woman here, there you go. She's kind of she looks like to be some sort of high elf maybe, wearing black leathers, and she has a longbow. And this lady here walks in, and she's a huge half-orc lady with this massive cleaver. And she says, the half-orc goes, never mind old Salazar there. You know, he's money mad, he is. Money mad. And there Salazar
Say that again.
he's money mad. And she looks at him and goes, all right, girlie. There you go now. And she sits down. She goes, who'd like a little, a wee snack there?
Darvin.
Food, drink.
Phoenix just looks around and looks at her and he's like, Mummy, sorry. Yes, please.
Which one, her?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and she's like, all right. She goes, we've got some beef jerky and we've got some soup. Anyone like some soup?
Absolutely.
It's super.
Absolutely.
Hey, there he is.
Say.
All right. There, Salazar just goes over to about here and begins to count his money. And I'm going to move the rest of the tokens out of here so we're not all confused.
I'm going to say the film is watching Torvik to see will he pick the beef or will he pick the soup.
Is it mushroom soup?
No.
Moo just quivers and just hides.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you can hear the heavy drops of this necrotic rain just begin to pop, 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 pop as this squall just passes over this small settlement, and you can see now that a lot of effort has been put into keeping this thing. Ravens Ranger says, "You sure this isn't just a session of the doll?" You can see now a lot of effort has been put into keeping this thing watertight or rain-tight. And you can see that obviously this is a place where they kind of regularly and routinely run to when this happens. And obviously it happens quite a bit. And you guys can sit down if you want. If you want this to be a short rest, you can certainly use this as a short rest.
Think so.
So feel free to click your hit dice on your character sheet, and that will give you hit points back. Every time you click the word hit dice, it should automatically subtract from the amount of hit dice you have.
I didn't get damaged, so I won't do that, but I am going to do my arcane recovery.
No worries. Yeah, so these heavy plops of rain hitting this thick leather-like tent, and yeah, these two ladies are here. And
I think Catherine's going to move over beside the tall lady. She likes her style.
Yeah, no worries. She's got this massive battle axe, and you can see that she's just kind of leaning. It's handled down, and these two mad big huge butterfly blades, and she's just kind of leaning against it. She goes, "All right, dearie, I like your axe."
So I can say the same to you.
All right.
Yeah. So this rain, does it happen often?
Oh right, yeah, it does. Necrotic rain from that nasty bastard. He rules over the southeast portion of this island.
Just down here?
He holds sway. Well, there's several of them in there. At each point of the compass. North, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, and northwest. You can see her eyes kind of going, oh, you think that's all of them? Yeah, she's doing the finger thing, and she's like, yeah. The old sway over different parts of the island, in charge or in control of all the undead creatures here. Who are you, anyway? You look like you can handle yourself.
I am Catherine. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, my dear. Catherine.
What is your name, mister?
Oh. Grathieze. My name's Grathieze.
Great. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I thought you were going to make a greeting joke. Everyone makes a greeting joke.
I haven't been around people that long. I'm picking up the cues.
Yeah, or you think you're better off not picking up those cues. People can be fairly boring and irritating. Nothing a battle axe can't handle.
Absolutely.
Right?
Is there beer or wine here by chance?
You a drinker?
Partial?
Yeah, right.
Torvik is nodding in the background at that one.
All right. What about you then? See you
have
nodding
enough
away
for us
like you're.
all.
Is this fella? See what you?
They are.
Oh, I see. So, right. So you want a drink as well? Drinks for everyone, then, is it?
After what we've been through, I think a drink might be needed.
Right then. So she kind of heads off and just comes back carrying this massive barrel, and just it would probably be, I'd say you could fit about 8 Phalums in it, and just plops it down and gets the end of her battle axe and just tops up. There's what looks like a big massive cork in the top of it, and she goes, "Right, do you know what? Fuck it," and she just cracks the top of it, and then just rips off the wooden seal, and so it's now an open barrel. She goes, "Just dip your mug in there. Let's get pissed." And she pulls out this kind of looking like a kind of a metal or steel tankard. Just scoops up a big barrel of cider, and a cup of cider. Starts drinking away.
Yeah, I'm gonna join in.
Right. So, anyone else like to do anything? This lady here is kind of looking on with kind of a bemused look to her. And she kind of moves down here and sits down in a kind of a big bundle of rags and begins to just kind of fix the fletching and some arrows and stuff like that.
Torvig is surprisingly shyly going to take a drink and will not catch the eye of Greta.
Right.
Hi. And he will kind of almost scurry off and sit next to the lady who's dealing with her fletching and kind of start checking his arrows and seeing if he can do much the same, and is not catching the gaze of Greta at any point, or that kind of trying not to be caught looking at Greta.
Okay, cool. Everyone seems to be into Greta. Okay, cool. Yeah, this lady kind of, you sit down beside her and she's like, "Oh, hello.
Hello.
Your
Do you mind if I
arrows
see if I
need
can? Well, yes, and you haven't checked them over for a day or two, and we've been in the ocean and underground and make sure they've not been too damaged.
The ocean, the salt will play havoc with your arrows, dear sir.
Unfortunately, the bow is magical, so the bowstring itself is weathered quite well, but the arrows I'm concerned for the fletching, if I'm allowed to.
Indeed, yes. Would you need some oils? We've plenty of them here.
I might. Well, let me go through them, and I'll see what I have. We'll work this one out.
Tell us what you need, anyway. Interestingly enough, how did you come to find your way here?
The fellas are led us to this point. Oh, you mean to the island? Sorry, I understand.
Yes, of course.
We were other side of the world some time ago, and needed to depart from where we were due to this, and we made our way to ocean, and then we came across here. There was a storm. We crashed into island, and
I see. So the other side of the world, you say?
I mean, I don't know the size of the world. It could have been just around the corner.
I see. So why come to the island? Everyone is trying to get off.
It was not our intent to come to. We didn't realize this was a special island until we saw a man with a rope. I mean, we just wanted away from where we were.
I see. Now you're here. Do you intend to attempt to leave, or what is your plan for this place?
I mean, I don't know what our plan is actually. If a group needs to sit down and discuss this, I think it would be helpful to us to know more information about Island and who is here. You seem to be surviving, but I'm not sure if this is. Yeah, what is your plan? Are you planning to stay here short term and then move on, or is?
Well, you see, we don't have really any means to escape the island, So, and she kind of tosses like the fringe of her long black hair over. It's getting in her eyes, and she tosses it over, and you can see it's very greasy and unwashed. And you can see now that you look around, you can see there's not really. These people really are surviving, and she says, "There's no real way off the island, but even if we had one, they wouldn't let us leave."
I will use Druidcraft to make a very crude wooden comb for her. Just as something she can.
Hey.
This might help you on a little bit, but yes, it seems like I say we need to get more information on this area. But this is yours. You may keep this. I do not have the long hair enough to require this.
Okay, what kind of a role would let's get everyone's let's get everyone's input on this. What kind of a roll do you think we should roll to see whether she's offended by being handed a comb?
I would say insight because it's
Do
her
you
working
think?
out his intention by
I
it.
think so. I think you're right. So I'm just gonna make it a flat DC 10. Yeah. Okay, let's just do a roll here and see what we get here. Because yeah, she looks rather. First, you see her face flush red with embarrassment as her hand goes through her hair and begins to sort of, and then she takes it away, realizing what she's doing, and she looks at you. Her eyes flash, and she goes, "You keep it." She gets up and walks away.
I just. Oh, okay, this whole thing.
All right, looks like you pissed her off, doesn't it?
I'm not sure what I said, if I'm honest.
What did you do?
I am really. I offered her this. It's just a.
All right, you offered it. Right, so you told the woman her hair was unkempt and she didn't look great, and you said, "Here's something to fix it with." You really need to learn the intricacies between men and women, don't you?
Yes. Sorry. Okay.
Right. I see. Right, anyway, back to you, Cathra. How many creatures you killed since you came here? You're muted, dearie.
Not enough by the sounds of things.
Not enough. We like that answer.
There is a lot more out there that needs their heads taken off.
All right.
And
you like the old decapitation, do you?
And I really want to take that bard's head off, but I'm not allowed at this moment.
Oh, we dealt Derthast Talazar, is it? He's alright. He's a good one. He's just had an hard life. He comes and goes. He brings us, things, information and tidbits he finds.
For a price, though. Never
Everything.
off the old bat.
Well, look, he's got a price for everything. It's just how he works.
This trusting of humans thing is difficult.
And she looks over him. She goes, "Who are you?" There's an uncharacteristically sort of frenetic entrance to the town, wasn't it? A little settlement. Derthast goes, "Oh yes, I seem to have how you say misplaced my umbrella." She goes, "Right, I know people that'll pay a pretty penny for that thing." I say, "I know, right? I know where it is at the least, but I have to go and get it." She said, "Well, maybe you should go and get it. It's useful to the community around here." And she leaves it at that. And at that point, where has she gone? There she is. From out of the shadows of the tent, walking up to Andy, you see an old woman.
Real woman.
Bedecked in loads of these colourful beads and grey hair and braids, and you can see she's human, but she's lived many, many, many years, and her skin is wrinkled, and there's a chunk missing out of her right ear, and she comes up to Andy, and from underneath her kind of many layers, she pulls out, looks like a symbol of the Raven Queen. She goes, "All right, dear." Sorry, that's Greta's voice. She goes, "Hello, dearie. It seems
Hello there.
you and I, we whisper things to the same God, don't we?"
Glad to see someone else of the faith in this area.
Yes.
Definitely not a symbol I expected to see other than on myself.
I'm not going to be here for much longer. If the lords have their way about it, just about managing to keep this place safe. They have me in their sights, so they do.
Well, I've managed to
Great.
take care of a few more of their those foul creatures on the outside.
I feel my lady sent you to us at just the right time. With
Is there
that,
something
you hear
particularly-
a loud rumbling of thunder. Lightning crashes. You see, from through the gaps in the side of the tent, you can see this almost your vision of the outside of the rest of the settlement almost just cast into these monochromatic and silhouetted view of what you used to have, of what you used to see. And she looks up. She looks around. She goes, "Oh, they're pissed off you're here, all right?" And I think that's a good place to leave it for tonight.
Oh dear.
Well done, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We love you all, and we'll be back in a month's time because this is a monthly stream. So thank you for sticking with us, and we will see you soon.
Thank you.
Well, what's next? Sorry, we've Friday.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah, we've
Right, good
Ryan
evidence
doing
tomorrow.
part 3 of the Reverence, and then we have on Sunday we have Cloaks of Minehelm. So please stick around for that on Friday. We will see part 3 of Ryan's, who played Phoenix tonight. His 1-shot turned 3-shot, which is, or was it always going to be a 3-shot?
Oh no, it was always a 1-shot, but then people apparently loved it enough that they wanted to see more of
That's
it, so
right,
I
yeah,
extended it to a saga.
Yeah, unlike me when I should be condensing it to a 1-shot. Condensing a saga into a 1-shot. Anyway, thanks a million, guys. Excuse me, join us on Friday.
Thank you.
We will see you then. We love you all, and thanks very much.
Bye, guys.
On.